going. The whip is still gassed up, the heat is still loaded. Safety switch off though, cause I don't just hold it. It's all about survival now and nothing here is holy. Every man for himself and the family member he holding. Pick the fruit from the vine and the government said he stole it. See the truth over time, it'll feel like you fucking wrote it. Put the pen to the future in hopes that you can unfold it. Your space and time stolen, and no one's seen the omens. Armageddon from heaven, it seems hell is overflowing. Money is an illusion and Lady Liberty hoeing. Somebody offer me paradise, I don't think that I'm going. This is a broken promised land, all of the people choking. They reach for the blood puddle with someone they love soaking. It hurts and the wound's open, I shake but I'm still focused. I wade through these fucking locusts, each wave and just keep holding. War drums banging, the last limbs hanging from the center of the planet where the bomb just landed. The whole shit shattered here, no one understands it here. Mushroom cloud breakthrough, crashing through the atmosphere. Shock on the face of the moon. This universe never had a clue Earth would burn this soon. We the dead flesh, this rock is the tomb. To the box from the womb, but I'ma hold on till the lava consumes me and you. Till the prophets come on rockets and boom. If you can hear these visions, then take a long, hard listen through the walls of this prison. I'ma show the world something. In case you haven't seen the signs, they rather I not give you peace in the mind. Cause I'm here to show the world something. And that made me a threat, they wage war and that made me a vet. Cause I'm here to show the world something. Lighters up, heads high, your battle scars and the stars in line. Let's make this clear, we don't know why the fuck we here, where we end up when it's done, or why it's something to fear. How it started, who made the call, we know nothing at all. Just instincts, holding on when you sleep and you fall. The ability to share love, the humility to share blood. We have a will to help us change us. We have a reason, our belief in what we can't touch, what we can do to make it useful and enhance us. That's all I got for answers. If you and I were to unite, we cure the fucking cancer. Slay the beast, reign supreme, build a future faster. Pass up every bastard that been looking past us. Hands up, hand us back the culture. We can patch up the holes dug up by the vultures. We can handle the havoc in hell when it's unholstered. Slug to the shell, back in the pistol before it's over. If you can hear these visions, then take a long, hard listen through the walls of this prison. In case you haven't seen the signs, they rather I not give you peace in the mind. Cause I'm here to show the world something. And that made me a threat, they wage war and that made me a vet. Cause I'm here to show the world something. Lighters up, heads high, your battle scars and the stars in line. Young Thundercat wanna rap, spit that flow. As long as the gap blow, he can get that dough. He thinking it's all he knows, cause it's all he's told. He has yet to get a taste of what he don't know. What it's like to be alone when your family is gone, cause you putting them all in danger, bringing bullshit home. When your bitch has enough of your shit and she hit the bricks, and your brother from another trying to slip her the dick. When the walls get thick behind bars and brick, cause you stood in front of a judge and watched someone you love. Detailed in the script, telling all of your shit. You realize you're getting buried in the hole that you dug. Most times, things are nothing like you imagine. We tend to see the romantic and never question the damage we cause with these flaws. I'm asking for answers and you just grasping at these straws. If you can hear these visions, then take a long, hard listen through the walls of this prison. In case you haven't seen the signs, they rather I not give you peace in the mind. Cause I'm here to show the world something. And that made me a threat, they wage war and that made me a vet. Cause I'm here to show the world something. Lighters up, heads high, your battle scars and the stars in line. change something. Show the whole world you can make something. Create something, we got nothing to take nothing. You stay frontin', you walk in the stage and say nothing. Say something, you standing over the grave dumping. Dirt on your own, the shovel, the chrome, the same function. The powder to charge the bullet right through your brain function. The future's the past, the system is crashed. There's a virus in your iris, third eye made of glass. Learn to feel, differentiate the false from the real. Religion from human spirit, you survive through your will. Family first, nurture your own. They gon' pass the knowledge on to generations long after you gone. Question it all, think for yourself. Accept your mistakes. When you fail, never forget how it felt. Teach someone something instead of bitching about the cards you was dealt. Only then will your presence be felt. If you can hear these visions, then take a long, hard listen through the walls of this prison. In case you haven't seen the signs, they rather I not give you peace in the mind. And that made me a threat. They wage war and that made me a vet. Lighters up, heads high, your battle scars and the stars in line. Salute, 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 salutes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Shy-Il Reacts Live. I am your host, Shy-Il, and we are back in the building on this Monday afternoon. Appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for coming through. Right? Shout out to everybody in the chat already. Salutes to you guys. We chilling. Much appreciation. Good to see y'all. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's been a long couple of weeks, but we are back at it, all right? We are back at it. I don't think I went live over the weekend. Turned into a busy weekend between editing, family, and all of that good stuff, and, you know, holidays, stuff like that. It's a little crazy, plus all the behind-the-scenes shit. But we are back with another live. I'm trying to get more lives, less editing. I'm going to be trying my best to be editing live while I'm on the live, so I'm looking for this to help in the future. That way I can put out more content during the week. I appreciate you guys for being here. Salutes to y'all. Salutes to the chat on the check-in. Let me get this together over here. Got Crash out in the building. Jonathan Pantoja, Big June. Salutes to you guys. Usual suspects. I appreciate you. We're going to get through a couple of things today. A couple of Diddy developments. I was looking through the paperwork I got. Nothing much there except for that 50 page. If we could get through that 50 page, I'd like to do that if that's possible. But 50 pages is a lot of pages, right? We did about 70 for the Diddy joint. We did about 70 pages. Shout out Big June. He said tap that like button. Let's get them numbers up. We need them likes. Gracias. Salutes. Let me pin that to the top. Appreciate you, Big June. Thank you very much. All right. Again, for those that don't know, we have our normal everyday housekeeping to do. We got TTS comments, links in the description. TTS comment link basically means your message can play across the front of the screen during the show at any moment and just stop me in my tracks for a $2 minimum donation, and it'll look something like this. We're going to replay one of Jonathan's donations from the last live stream. Here we go.
Jonathan Pentwee donated $5. Salutes my dude Chill. I'm so late and missed so much. I need to catch the replay. Shout out to the chat. Subscribe and hit the like button. It's free.
Salutes to Jonathan Pantoja, per usual, but that's what it would look like right there. Boom. So now y'all know. We also have super chat, super thanks, super stickers, all that good stuff that YouTube provides so that you can support the channel on that level. Shout out to HS on the check-in. Salutes to you, sir. Hundreds up for you in the chat. All right, let's see. So aside from that 50 page, there was another thing I wanted to check out too, which was we heard Gene Deal speak of Jonathan Odie. He kept saying, oh, that Jonathan Odie interview. That's the one that got the most dire implications to Diddy and to to everybody else involved. Of course, let me just adjust that real quick. Let's see. He was like, that's the most damning evidence they have, and we never got a chance to know who Jonathan Odie was or check it out, but I have found the Jonathan Odie video, and I think it's worth taking a look at, all right? Worth taking a look at. What else we got? Again, we are also sponsored by The Ill Shop. The Ill Shop. I will link it in the... We'll link it in the chat along with the Discord invite as well. Copy. Got the Ill Shop here. Wow, there's the link for that. And here's the store here. We got Usual Suspect gear. Right, Usual Suspect. Different color logos, different color combinations with the clothing. Bow. All right, Usual Suspect joints. Boom. And we also have our Il Cartel stuff. Different color combos. Black and blue over whatever you want. Right? Black and green over whatever you want. Black and red over whatever you want. And the white logo over whatever you want. Right? Or the black logo over whatever you want. Plus, we got the El Guapo barbecue apron for the boss of the backyard. El Mero Mero of the man cave. Do not forget, we have the No Pillow Talk throw pillow covers for the young hustler in your life that you'd love to remind on a daily basis to keep his mouth shut and not say a word. All right, so make sure y'all check out the Ill Shop. That is in the description. Again, appreciate you guys being here. I think that's it for the housekeeping there. Yeah, I saw that, Big June. Give me 1 second. Big June said on the news app, the Fed said that J-Lo was the one holding Diddy's gun in the club, so I'm guessing it's in black and white. Quite possible. What's crazy is that sounds crazy because he made Cassie, right? He didn't make J-Lo. So what was, what? She thought it was cool too. He thought it was cool. Hey, baby, hold this hammer in your, Coco Chanel bag. Like, y'all look stupid. They look stupid, the both of them. J-Lo played herself if that's the case. He was definitely, Cassie was definitely holding his hammers. That was a dude that was just going to use anybody around him as in case of emergency, break glass scapegoat, So it is what it is. All right, boom. We got all that out the way. So I'm thinking we do this Jonathan Odie video. We'll go through the 50 Cent Instagram because he got some answers back today. Or not answers back, but he got some more interesting Instagram videos up here. Shooting back at these fools. Right? I'm gonna try to use my new setup here where I'm gonna try to edit as we go so that I can kill the editing time later. Let's see how many times I ruin that. All right. Again, thank you guys for being here. Salutes to you guys. It's always a pleasure to hang out with y'all. So let's hang out, all right? First and foremost, let's go to Diddy's Instagram and check that out first. All right, give me 1 sec. Start that. All right, let's go to 50's Instagram and see what if any new developments are there. Last thing we saw was, I don't know, the pre-Easter. Yeah, it was Good Friday blessings. All right, Good Friday blessings. That's what was happening right there. Salutes Old Soul in the chat. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you for being here. All right. So we had the Good Friday stuff. All right, here we go. Now I believe in Santa. I still believe in Santa and the Easter Bunny. So this is this might have been Saturday morning. This is Saturday morning, right? This is Saturday morning, and Diddy's already on his bullshit. 50's already on his bullshit. I still believe in Santa, the Easter Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, and true love. Don't even try to tell me different. 50 Cent said, good morning. I fell asleep wild early. Is anybody up? Oh, y'all coming from the club. Got you a little ex-worker. All right, so we still on the ex-worker train. We're going to keep up the ex-worker train. What else we got here? Right? Donna Summers, she works hard for the money. Little ex-worker theme music. How's your day going so far, little ex-worker? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to get help soon. All right? See, he clowns his way through this. It's all love. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. He said, damn, I lost my ring. I'm irritated right now. Wait. One of them little ex-workers might have took it. You know, you can't trust nobody these days. Especially your baby mama if you didn't know she was an ex-worker. You definitely can't trust her if she was an ex-worker. All right, I saw this in the ETC Discord. This is the deep fake melding of your boy Diddy Steen right here. This is Diddy Steen. Okay? That's hilarious. 50 said, Boosie said, where the F is his friends? They not saying nothing because they didn't know he was recording everything. Wait till I get the tapes. They ain't saying nothing because maybe they feel betrayed, huh? Maybe they feel like he got something on them. Or maybe they're distancing themselves because they know it's true. And they don't want no parts of it. You know? Or they're calling him behind the scenes and he's an innocent man. I'm not a crook. But there we go. See, deep fake technology. Listen here. This dude, you wouldn't question this dude's existence. That's how far technology has come along, right? Which is horrible and dangerous. Believe that shit. What we got here?
Ham out here. Man, this
Funk Flesh just blacked out. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Nicki Minaj, Gag City vibes, no P. Diddy. Right? Yo, I'm not going to front. Nicki got all the bitches. I looked in the crowd and was like, damn, baby, what you doing? Then threw my jacket at these little ex-workers. Right? So they got their thing done out there last night, and I don't know where they was at. I probably just read it and didn't pay attention. 50 Cent said, I love you, and you, even if you're a little ex-worker. Love you. It's all love. Barb's holding it down. Right? This ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Here we go. This is the video of I'll Be Sure telling everybody that he's putting out his documentary and that if you hear how he ended up in a coma, you'll want to call Homeland Security yourself. All right? Now, is he just talking for his, to promote his book? Is he talking for people to be talking about I'll Be Sure again? Or is he talking because it's true? Who knows? We're going to find out soon enough. All right, hold on.
Going to be producing the I'll Be Sure life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
I don't know. Is he promoting or is he, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you wasn't, I don't understand why nobody, if it's all true, why y'all wasn't talking that shit before before you was in a coma, bro? 50 said, man, Diddy got your head cracked. Wait, I'm not gonna lie. Some of this shit funny to me. Why nobody said nothing about this fool but me? Facts. I believe he responded in here somewhere. I don't know if we covered it last time, but he did respond. So there's that. 50 Cent, when the boys show up at Puffy crib again, he gonna be like, So let me tell you about them people on those tapes. Right? Frank Lucas, Combs.
I want you to fade, nigga. Since it's entertainment, Let me beat the shit out of you on TV.
I don't know, dog. Old girl looked like she had you in a compromising situation. She ain't no little dude either. She a big dude.
Son.
What?
What house you in?
Get up.
Old girl gets crushed.
I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis?
Stevie can go to hell. I'm gonna beat your ass.
I want you to fade, nigga.
50 said, but he never said it wasn't true. Right? Offered him to fade, offered to fight, but never said it wasn't true. That is a fact right there. So I didn't hear him say it wasn't true either. Right? Got an assortment of Stevie J pictures here. Stevie J, Jocelyn calling me gay doesn't bother me. 50 says swipe left. All right, so we will. Jocelyn Hernandez accuses Stevie J of that was a Freudian slip and shit for him. Jocelyn Hernandez accuses Stevie J of gay porn addiction. All right. Receipts. Jocelyn accuses Stevie J of being gay. Diddy surfaces in public again. Speaks on camera with Stevie J in tow. In the background, all rat-faced and shit. Look at him. All right, so that's the 50 Cent roundup as far as the P. Diddy IGs go for the last 2 days, all right? Salute to y'all. He's on his head. It don't look like he's going to let up anytime soon. Pause, no Diddy. All right? Cover this up. Let me hit this pause, all right? I'm editing as we work right here. Boom. Shut that down. Let's go to this Jonathan Odie. Let me get in the chat real quick. Again, salutes to Old Soul. All my well wishes, safe travels, all of that. Old Soul and the family will be traveling to lay our beloved to rest. So salutes to him and the family. We appreciate you. We love you. Expect a text from me later. Salutes Jonathan Pantoja. He said, Young Jock in a recent interview on Vlad is making it seem like Diddy having Cassie shave her hair exactly how Jock previously spoke on it doesn't mean it was an abuse of power. Again, with her too, she doesn't fall very far from the Mr. Jones school of you've been getting abused against your will for all of these years and you still here? You still helping? You still doing what you're told? You still go and get your hair cut? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know that he has so much power over her that she couldn't leave. So again. So what did he say? He said, Young Jock in a recent interview on Vlad is making it seem like Diddy having Cassie shave her hair exactly how Jock previously spoke on it doesn't mean it was an abuse of power. Right. I think she was with it. I think she was whatever you can do to make me a star. Same thing with Mr. Jones. Whatever you could do to get me a Grammy. Whatever you could do to get me this money. Whatever you could do to get me this equipment. Whatever you could do to, And then when you there was one of those things or two of those things or 10 of those things that you don't get, all of a sudden you got a 90-page lawsuit and every picture that was ever taken has a story behind it. Could be bullshit, could be the truth. Who knows? Shout out Crash Shot. He said, Shy, you should have your Mason jar coffee mug with a Shy Ill logo on it for sale on your site, bro. It's part of you and the channel. It's not a bad idea. The little cafecito never hurt no one. Not a bad idea at all, Crash Shot. A little barrel of a little mason jar cafecito never hurt nobody. Not a bad idea at all. Shout out Jonathan. He said, watch 50 sue his baby mama for defamation. Let me finish but you absolutely. Watch 50 sue his baby mama for defamation for calling him a grapist. I can see that happening. He don't play that shit. You say something about me, you're going to have to pay me by Monday. We're not playing these games. So I don't doubt that, not even a little bit, not even close, all right? Salute Velez 408 on the check-in. What up, Shy? Salutes to you, Velez. We appreciate you here. Thank you for being here. Young Jizzle said, back at it, man. Back at it indeed. Chucky Chingong on the check-in. Yo, brother. Salutes to you. We are back at it. Appreciate you guys being here. Let me turn this on. But yeah, to your point, Jonathan, I do believe 50 will sue his baby mama. If that,
I wonder if she kept it up there. It was up there. I was told that it was taken down, but then I checked and it was still up there. I don't know if it's still up there now, but 50 don't play that shit. She gonna have to pay him by Monday. Velez said, wonder if it's Stockholm Syndrome that they had. Stockholm Syndrome, or I'm gonna get away with this until I can't, and then do the same thing he would do to them, throw him under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like with Cassie, it's the same thing. Like, you was a yes woman for all of these things. Is it regret now? Is you sitting with your boyfriend crying on the couch talking about it, bringing up a bunch of memories that you probably could have avoided yourself, but chose not to? Because that happens. You know, people do foul shit. Then later on, they claim they're not a foul person and that it's somebody else's fault that they were being foul. I don't buy that shit sometimes. So I don't doubt that he's going to sue her. And, you know, Stockholm Syndrome, I think that's got to be something different. I don't know. Because if that was the case, Velez, we'd be able to use Stockholm Syndrome for every bad situation we keep ourselves in. Sometimes it's our own fuck up. And I think Cassie fucked up. Because if she don't take no responsibility in any of this, that shit's weird to me. Why? Because you was around for a long time. And you got what you wanted for a long time. So is it Cap? Jay-Z's about to be involved. Puffy bringing down the house. Oh, I don't know. I haven't heard that part, Chucky. Not yet. I haven't heard nothing about no Jay-Z. I mean, aside from everybody putting his name in it, because just like Puff, a lot of people have his have his business and his secrets in their bag, and they know who he is, what he did, and we don't know the truth, but they know it. Salutes 030 North on the check-in. Was good, shot. Salutes to you, 030 North. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, no, I do believe that she gonna get sued, and I believe that I don't believe in Stockholm Syndrome for them. Dude was there 13 months. Cassie was there however many years. It's a long time to be against your will, and then when you don't get the things that you wanted at the end of all of that, or you're feeling guilt, for the things that you did, all of a sudden, you're not culpable, I don't know. I don't buy it. Chucky said it's been in YouTube. All right, well, we're going to be here. We're going to take a look at it because I needs to know. I needs to know. All right, let me get in here. See what else we could do. Matter of fact, let's look that up right now. Let's see. Jay-Z. Let's see. Jay-Z. All right. Bear with me on the stream as well because it's storming outside and anything can happen. Jay-Z Diddy. Let's see what we got. It's over for you. Let's see. Solange mocks Jay-Z after Diddy snatches him to Homeland Security 1 day ago. And this got, I see Jaguar in here. After Diddy snitches on him to Homeland Security. I don't know, man. I don't know that Diddy's even sat down and spoke with Homeland Security yet, let alone snitched on anybody, all right? So we're looking through YouTube to see if we find anything about Jay-Z, all right? It looks like Solange is talking. Let me see. Ice Cube exposes. I can't believe everything I see on YouTube, I have to really, really look for people and talk to people that I believe, because first of all, AI is taking over YouTube. There's Chinese YouTube video farms that are just putting out whatever, and I don't want to be the dude talking bullshit. Diddy brings evidence of how Jay-Z unalived. Like I'm seeing, he brought evidence of everything. Let's see what this is.
You gotta
relax.
Remember when we said Diddy is fighting tooth and nail to make sure he doesn't go down alone? Well, it looks like his plans are finally succeeding because he just brought undeniable evidence of how Jay-Z allegedly unalived his mistress, Kathy White, to protect Beyonce.
What? First of all, I didn't even know this was a thing. Second of all, like, this is Hollywood Insider, Hollywood_Insider. Like, who are you?
Allegedly, Kathy White got pregnant for Jay-Z and was threatening to do a tell-all interview about the affair around the same time Beyonce also announced that she was pregnant. And thinking of the absolute chaos Kathy's tell-all would be, Jay-Z made the obvious choice and decided to delete his mistress. Sources are now saying Diddy has strong evidence that can prove everything that went down, so Jay's days as a free man might be counted.
Listen, all of this sources shit, I can't buy nobody's sources, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sources are sources. Like, say your name or shut the fuck up, man, because I can't do sources. Sources bore me. Let's see. It looks like this is an old Jaguar Wright video on the viral hip hop news that, let me see. I'd rather look, let me go straight to viral hip hop news. Viral hip hop news. Yeah, I don't see nothing credible on this Jay-Z shit. Not here. 3 months ago, she was on there. 3 days ago, Andre Wyatt gave a stern warning to Jay-Z. They won't let you leave as king unless you do this. I don't even know who Andrew Wyatt is. But yeah, I don't see none of that Jay-Z shit. We good on that. Chucky said that's the one I saw. Yeah, I'm straight. Vanessa said that shit sound fake. Yeah, it just sound. And here's the thing: it's probably real. But if you keep telling me sources or somebody or someone that we don't know or someone who has yet to be seen, or I ain't trying to hear that shit. Let's see. Chucky said it's raining out in AZ like crazy too. Easter was cold. Yeah, it's raining hard over here. Beyonce leaving before charges are being sought. Wouldn't that be the death of a dynasty for real right there? If Jay were to fall to this type of shit, bananas. The thing with Young Jock is a few months ago on Vlad TV, he made Diddy come off like he was on a power trip. No, I saw that, and Cassie was a victim. But now that he's back on Vlad TV since the raids, his tune has changed. I see. Yeah, no. They'll do that. Everybody will do that. Or they'll accuse you of doing that. You could come off a wrong way. Listen, I got hit up by a guy in the comments today that said, "Hey man, you be talking about these twins like they didn't testify. Papa, you want me to not talk at all? What do you want me to do? Just over and over every time I'm reading, because I guess I was reading the transcript of the phone call and giving my explanation. I'm talking about what's happening in there, bro. If you want me to scream, snitch, go to another fucking channel. But I just feel like people ain't smart enough to understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart enough to understand what I'm saying, right? And if you're not, you just obsessed with one thing and you just keep saying it over and over and over again. Like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. So they're running and they're complaining. So Young Jock might have come off one way and now he's coming off another, or he's backtracking. You know what I'm saying? Or he's backtracking. But when you're on the internet, you're at the mercy of what people see. Again, the words of the homie Zaya, I'm responsible for what I say, not what you hear. I'm gonna say what I say, and if you hear something else, that's your fucking problem. Not my problem. But, you know, he definitely looked like a Diddy sympathizer yesterday, right? Like he didn't want to pile on that new Vlad video with Sean Perez. I did see that. Jock looked a little, toned it back a little bit. You know? I guess he's afraid of what side of history he'll be on, you know? Again, a lot of the stuff in that lawsuit might be bullshit. You know? All that has to be real is one thing. You know, just one thing got to be real for the whole house of cards to come tumbling down. If Diddy said anything to Homeland Security, he'll be in custody himself. So he ain't say nothing. He ain't say shit yet. Salutes to LBCK15. Salute Sha'il from Wisconsin. Salutes to you, sir. Appreciate you being here. Jonathan sees no evil. Let's say that shit sound fake. Crash Out said the shit about Jay-Z's all clickbait. Absolutely. Lucy in the Skies with Diamond. Exactly, Shy. I agree. It wasn't too bad when it was benefiting for her career. I feel she agreed to everything in looks of success. And when she took it too far, she was too involved to retract. Right? Let me read that one more time. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Exactly, Shy. I agree. It wasn't too bad when it was benefiting for her career. I feel she agreed to everything in looks of the success, and when he took it too far, she was too involved to retract. It's quite possible. Like they were there for too long, too many years. 13 months is a long time, bro. 13 months is a long time to be there getting shit done to you against your will. You know, in a business, it's not like you were locked or chained in a basement or some shit somewhere. You was in a business. You were at shows. You were at parties. You were at dinners. You were outside. You were in offices. You were in studios. What are we talking about here, bro? You guys weren't slaves. Tied to a pole downstairs. You can't sell me that shit. You know. All right. So absolutely. I feel like she cut her hair because she felt Diddy was right and was like, you know what, this might be a good look for me. Not because he had his thumb on her forehead or his foot on her neck and made her do it. I don't believe that. And dude is taking it back now. You know, who knows how he felt the day he did the first interview. But he definitely looking like he feeling different now, young Jock. Like he's singing a different tune. For sure. Salute Zoraida, salute Shy, salute Zoraida. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. Chucky Chingon said Clyde Davis teaching Diddy who's in charge. Diddy been talking about secret rooms like he's cool. Now he's coming back. Yeah, no. Clyde Davis the king of that old demon shit. Albert Flores says the crazy part is if you stated your opinion on snitching and even after that you're able to have a convo about it with the twins, etc. Yeah, like that's my point. Like I've already stated what I stated, right? We're still covering the story. So what? When I'm reading the transcripts, I'm supposed to, after every time Peter says something, be like, man, that's fucked up, bro. Some rat shit, bro. Or can I tell the story how I want to tell the fucking story? But again, I'm dealing with imbeciles. I'm dealing with pea-brains that are not understanding that you don't have a channel. You don't have a story if you just continue to repeat the same thing over, and that's what they want. They want what's repeating in their head to be repeating and coming out of my mouth on camera. Get the fuck out of it. Go start a channel. That's why they don't start a channel. Jonathan said exactly. That's what an interview does, boss. Gotta hear both sides. Shy evolved. Exactly. It doesn't change who I am. Listen. Yeah, like I just don't understand what people want. Like again, to your point, that's what an interviewer does. The conversation is over the moment I start. If I take what you want to say and I start saying it, conversation's over. That's why I'm interviewing them and you're not. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Pelon LA said like Run DMC, dumb diddy dumb dumb. Dumb as shit. Salutes to you, Pelon. Appreciate you. Chucky said I hate snitches too, but two sides to each tale when you're backed in the corner. And yeah, and regardless, and a lot of people don't have to agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And here's where they're hypocrites, right? They're still here. They're still listening to every fucking video. They're still watching every video. They're still paying attention to every part of the story. Y'all are their biggest fans. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are their biggest fans. Go find an interview of one of these Diddies or one of these people that's telling you're still watching their videos. And then complaining in the comments about like, why you talking to these people that are telling? Why you watching it? Why you watching it? I'm going to start calling you a rat. You a rat for watching it. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But again, we're not dealing with the smartest, the sharpest tools in the shed. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, far as I'm concerned, that Jay-Z shit, bullshit still, at this moment at least, until something solid happens. But I don't think Puff has talked to Homeland Security yet. No. And guess what? Like I was having the conversation in the chat with Jonathan earlier. Kind of weird, I mean, to me, that they're subpoenaing everybody and subpoenaing his companies that he works with and this, that, and the other. And they ain't got an arrest warrant yet. kind of like they probably ain't find nothing, and they're still looking for, they're still looking for something, some shred of evidence. We'll see. I don't know. Crash Out said Puffy, Jay-Z, and Kanye West females did anything for clout. They were trying to be the most relevant in the game. But those are three suckers that just gave everybody their relevance, Three tricks. Chucky Chingon says these were good kids. Took advantage of you got it all fucked up over here, Chucky. I think you voiced the text. These were good kids that took advantage. If I would have been in their shoes to keep going, bump that and took the fall. I don't know. You probably got to rewrite, but I get what you're saying. Joseph Hall said Jay and Pete got a hell of a story to be told. I can't blame them for doing what they did. They was in the middle of a cartel war, and they weren't the violent arm of the cartel. I like them. Salutes to you, Joseph Hall. Appreciate you checking in too. And that'd be my point. My point is, cool. If I focus just on, you said you okay with them, right? Let's say I wasn't okay with them, and I expressed my not okay. I'm not okay with them. It's the end of the fucking interview, right? It's done, right? But idiots are out here. Oh God, look how you talking. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Albert Flores, that's the society we live in today. You need to go by a code of the streets, but the streets ain't real. These guys can't even spell code. Most of these dudes can't even spell the word code. You know what I mean? Real talk. And they want to tell me about some fucking code. Listen, man. It's the code of get it how you live, dog. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell me about mine. All right? I'm on record. My face is showing. My name is everywhere. I'm on record. All right? So y'all can miss me with the bullshit. No worries, Chucky. I see your auto correct leaving everything not correct. I peeped it. I peeped it already, all right? Salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I appreciate y'all for being here. If you have yet to subscribe to the channel, please do. Leave a comment. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. It helps the channel. We trying to get up there with the big boys. All these losers out here telling lies. And they're getting hundreds of thousands of views every day. So I'd appreciate your help. I appreciate y'all for helping me. Salutes. All right, so boom, we went through that. So real quick, let's go through this. Before we get any further, let's go through this. What's his face? Jonathan Odie. Let's go through this Jonathan Odie. Do any of y'all know who Jonathan Odie is? And listen, always, guys, you see how Crash Out had a suggestion for the jars, the cafecito jars, you know what I'm saying? Shael reacts cafecito jars. If you guys got ideas, throw them out there, you know what I'm saying? Some probably lead somewhere, some probably don't. But again, we'll talk about the rest of that shit later, but I just wanted to keep that bug out there. Crash Out said the twins are very humble and gentle. Fuck them haters, Shy. We appreciate you and them. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. Chucky said, I think before you get involved, you need to know your boys will snitch on you, rob you, and you will end up doing time or dead. Now, is it still worth the money in your fam? Listen, I was talking to my own man about this shit today because we were talking about how a lot of these dudes, a lot of these old gangbangers and a lot of these old killers and this and that, they get out of jail, this is not all of them, but a lot of them get out of a jail, they get that Jesus, or they get that Jesus in jail, they get out, next thing you know, they want to get grants and do anti-gang this and anti-gang that and all of that good stuff, And to me, it's like, ain't nobody going to make the decision to not join a gang because of all your war stories, right? It's going to take actionable items, things that you can do and put to work, right? The twins got a homie. I'd like to credit him thoroughly. Forget his name. I believe his name is Roberto. I got his number. I've been wanting to get up with him to talk to him on the channel, but I plan on having a panel soon where we have this conversation. And basically his idea is an application for a young 14-year-old. You wanna join, you wanna get in the street. For a young 13-year-old, you wanna be in the street, you wanna join a gang, cool. Are you prepared to have your best friend betray you? Are you prepared to have the ones that you love steal from you? Are you prepared to have the one that you love snitch on you? Are you prepared to have, those are the real things. If you can do the math on that list at the end and look at it and say, yeah, I'm down, I want all of this shit. You got to be able to show them, hey, this really happens. And not just to one person, to almost everybody in this game at one point or another. And once you can show them that and connect those real-time examples to that list, that's an actionable item. That's a conversation you could have with your little cousin or your little brother. You know what I'm saying? Lucy in the Sky with Diamond said, I personally feel snitch is someone telling on another person to save their ass from time. But if someone is looking out for their family, children, how could you be wrong for saving your own? Again, and that is a perspective that a lot of people have. That's a perspective that a lot of people have. Some people believe snitching is just, if I rob a bank with you, and you sell me out to get less time, you snitched me out, Everybody got a different answer, Some people think that if you see a woman get hit in the head with a bat by a man that runs off, that it's your place to not give a description because that's snitching too. No, that's pussy. All right? You see somebody crack a lady in the head with a bat and take off and you got a license plate number, you got a description. It's either your responsibility to go smoke that motherfucker or bust his shit open to the white meat or somehow get justice for that lady. Turn his ass in. If you don't do that, it's because you pussy. Same argument Cameron had when Cameron was like, if the serial killer's next door, I'm going to move. I'm not going to move. I love my neighbor's kids. I'm not going to move. I'm going to put that motherfucker in a barrel of acid or I'm going to turn him in. Now, I ain't been in that situation. Right? I done caught intruders in my home and not called the police. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with them like that. I haven't been in a position where I've had to. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? But if the serial killer's next door, you eat him or you turn him over. This whole, I'm going to move, that was a pussy answer from Mace. I would hope that now as a grown man, he'd admit that was a bitch-ass answer. I don't know. It's just me, though. Chucky said, I've had people very close try and set me up over $1. I couldn't even believe it. That's when I knew the game was dead. Game's been dead a long time. We didn't know that it was dead when we were in it. Because you be a victim real quick at the end of the day to somebody else that been plotting on you while you having these real feelings about this person. And you like, yeah, we winning together and that person's plotting on you. All right? So as I said, I was watching this video of some fortune tellers giving info on Diddy. She was saying that Diddy is being sacrificed by people higher up. I was trying to find the video to send it to you. If you find it, drop it in the Discord. I don't know how much I would put into that as far as, actual factuals, but could be anything. Again, just because they're sacrificing him does not mean he's not a guilty man. They could just be sacrificing one of themselves to not bring their guilt to the light. You know what I mean? But it does not mean he was an innocent man, because I believe there's a whole lot of people that are doing dirty shit that should go to jail, but they're not gonna. Chucky said, would you snitch if you knew a kid was being touched or abused? What's right is right, bottom line. Yeah, nah. If I knew a kid was being touched or abused, I'd make it my business to fuck dude up. And then the police can ask questions after I fuck dude up. You know what I'm saying? But dude gonna get fucked up. So that I said, but it has magically disappeared. I'll keep looking. Yeah, they probably excommunicated that video. Let me know if you run into it. Appreciate you, Zoraida. Lucy in the Sky with Diamond said, just like they said, stated over and over, they weren't street gangsters. They were all about the business. They did their part and paid with years of missed memories away from their babies. Yeah, and again, it's not just about the twins. It's the topic in general that I'm dealing with people that are not smart enough to understand that if I obsess about what they're obsessed about, there is no interview. If in any case, the twins case, not just snitching, anything, if I beat a dead horse about anything, there's no interview. But I'm dealing with a bunch of not so bright motherfuckers, It is what it is. Crash Out said it's a dog-eat-dog world. Absolutely. Albert Flores said, check out the Nino Cappuccino interview on Jay-Z. It's a year old. Will do. I'm going to look into that probably before this is over. Zoraida said, oh, yes, definitely. Salutes to you. Appreciate you. First and foremost, I want to check out this. Where is it? Here it is. Well, first I gotta show you this version of it because this shit is crazy. It's a whole let's see what we could do here. This is Jonathan Odie, right? This guy's about to explain who Jonathan Odie is. But the other day we were listening to Gene Deal and he was saying, yo, that's the most damning evidence they got is the Jonathan Odie shit, right? The problem is he looks and sounds like a crazy man. Same as Jaguar Wright. So who takes that information, to heart? Shout out Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Family is huge for me. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my girls. People that put others over their kids are trash to me. Salutes. A lot of people think like that. But a lot of people say, nah, I chose the game. My kid's going to have to suffer without me. That's cool. That's their perspective too. That's their code. Right? Everybody got their own code, right? My code is fucking commenters can't tell me what to do. Fucking commenters can't tell me who I am. That's my code. But yeah, so Jonathan Odie is a guy that has a lot to say, but nobody gonna believe him because he look crazy and he act crazy. Kind of same as Jaguar Wright was doing, you know what I'm saying? And Ryan Garcia, the same shit. Like if you really knew what you was talking about, if you really, we'd believe you if you wasn't acting crazy all the goddamn time, Let's see. Chucky said a few years ago some kids did a drive-by, killed a baby, left to Nogales, Mexico. A day later went to the border to turn themselves back to U.S. authorities. Said the cartel told them, do it or you'll die. And that's it. I believe that's how shit should be handled. I believe that, when it comes to PDF files and abusers and people that take it and shit like that, listen, there's no place for you, dog. No place for you. There's nowhere safe for you. Shouldn't be nowhere safe for you. The legal system moves too slow. So yeah, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. If I can't get a hold of you, we gonna get rid of you one way or the other. All right, so again, Jonathan Odie, talk crazy, act crazy. Diddy's male escort interrogation video surfaces. 5 years old. Video identical to Cassie allegations. All right. Now, this guy's wilding. I'm going to show you the wilding first. Okay. I'm going to show you the wilding first. Here we go.
Okay. So this guy, Jonathan Odie is making news all over the place. This is a guy who went up in 2018, ran up in a Trump hotel or something like that and just shot it up.
All right, look at this dude. He's wilding out. Look at him. He came over there with the whole flag. Buddy just got out of there real quick.
Jonathan Odie is making news.
Lady bonked out. Dude got out of there.
The place.
Now here come Crazy Boy from up top.
Who went up in 2018, ran up in a Trump hotel or something like that, and just
look at him. Look at him. This guy looked like this guy look credible right here. Yeah, he got the giant flag and the hammer in his hand in the Trump hotel lobby. He looks credible. This guy right here. All right.
Shot it up. He was arrested. He had a shootout with the police.
Right, he just busting, just lighting shit up.
Arrested and was taken in for interrogation. And when they started to interrogate this man, he started saying very off the wall things. He's making all these different crazy statements, but there's one statement.
He didn't even have his socks on. He did all this before he even had his socks on. He's wilding.
That's standing out and is getting a lot of attention. He mentioned being P. Diddy and Cassie's sex slave and contracting herpes from them, and a settlement that supposedly Diddy had paid out. He also said that these rappers and stuff, they're moving drugs around on private planes to avoid detection.
Well, I mean, of course, rappers are gonna. If you got a private plane, not just rappers, anybody got a private plane. You got a private plane, and you got a cocaine addiction. You're gonna move coke around. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't necessarily mean you pushing weight. You know, doesn't make you a Flores twin, but you know, if you got a cocaine problem, it's not like you're gonna leave in your private jet from LA to Atlanta without your cocaine. It's not happening.
By the DEA. I mean, this guy.
So now they flash,
really
there's flashes,
wild, but
and now they busting at him. He had his hands up, now they busting at him.
when you relate it to what's going on with Diddy and Cassie right now,
Put his hands up again.
Some of the
Now he's busting back.
Saying, I mean,
First thing I thought when I saw this is first thing I usually think when there's an interrogation video after something like this. If that was a black or brown man, it wouldn't be no interrogation video. It would have been over with already.
Some of these things are literally in the things that are alleged in the lawsuit.
Look, they're having a whole shootout.
So
I'm gone.
Just take a listen and tell me what you think is crazy.
Okay. You don't have.
Right? He wilding, he slipping and sliding all over the place. We're gonna move to another video, to get the uninterrupted interrogation. I mean, only interrupted by me, of course. I just had to make sure that you knew what was the circumstances that they caught Jonathan Odie under before he had this conversation. All right, that was the circumstance. The circumstance was he was wilding out, shooting his way through a lobby at the Trump. I don't know what his problem was. All right.
Do you like having a PO?
One second. Boom, boom. Let's see what's going on in here. Jonathan said it's all about credibility. I'm in making or breaking a case, even if you're being truthful, man. He wanted to get caught to get publicity crazy. That's a possibility. You know, but then if that's the case, if you're slick enough and you're smart enough to do that, I don't know. I guess to every person moves different. Let's see how he's acting in the interrogation room. Because if I'm slick enough to know that I got the type of dirt that I need to get publicity for, and which also adds a layer of protection, because now that I'm getting it publicity, I should be able to go into the interrogation room with a sound mind and spit it out. These people don't be sound mind. They be still fucked up. And it's like, you didn't think of this plan all by yourself. They need to bring back the death penalty. Shout out Jose Fonseca. I mean, I guess they have it in some places. Death penalty for who? For these dirtbags? Yeah. For them? Yeah, that should be. Here's the problem. We're not good at knowing for sure if we got the right guy in this country. We're real bad at that. The only proof you have of that is that there's dudes out there that sue their city because they've been locked up for 40 years and they didn't do the crime, you know? So that's a problem. Also, you know, if you think about these grape kits that they say have been backing up in police stations for years and years and years, and there's a backup, and that right there lets me know, man. I mean, we're the richest country, right? Supposedly, or you know, we're not Abu Dhabi or whatever, but I'm saying we're a rich country, we're America, and you got grape kits that are just sitting in drawers somewhere. Fuck out of here. You're complacent in this. All right? But yeah, I'm going back to this right here. Chucky said he wanted to get caught to get publicity. Crazy. But I'm saying, like, do you mean like he wanted to get caught to get publicity for what he knew, or just to get publicity for himself? Let's just say I know something. I got a secret. I'm a whistleblower, right? I get popped off. I go through some crazy situation like that to get publicity. I say, this is the only way I make that plan. This is the only way people are going to listen to me. This is the only way this is going to make the news, is if I gun up this Trump Tower. And then I go get on the news and I tell the news about all of the dirty shit that Diddy's doing behind his back, right? That's cool. Sound like a good plan. Until you get into the interrogation room. And you're crazy still. You were smart enough to make that plan, but now you're acting a little off still. Like, you got to be cool. You know?
box but are tired of wasting time and
Relax,
money
bro.
driving to the post office?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
So we got more video that's coming off of when he was falling on his socks on the marble over there. All right, he finally gets some grip over here on the carpet. All right, you see him tiptoeing through the tulips. All right, he's tiptoeing through the tulips over here.
Are
Oh,
you
what the
sick
fuck
of
did I
having
do?
issues with your webinars?
My bad. He's tiptoeing through the tulips over here. Hold on.
Yeah.
They all gay?
I just want to turn off that dumbass music, all right? My bad. He's tiptoeing through the tulips. Oh, ding, 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 ding. All right? Boom. Goes down, gets up. He's doing the ground is lava dance. He's doing the ground is lava dance. You can see the muzzle flashes coming off through the reflection. He dancing. That should be the GIF. I think I'm going to change the GIF for when somebody drops a dono. It's going to be this dude doing this. He wildin'. All right. Got grip now. He high stepping. There we go. Twinkling through the tulips. All right. Sliding. Run, motherfucker. All right, here we go. Now we get to the interrogation.
Because it's embarrassing. That's why he's going crazy with that.
See now, and these dudes be over politicized too. He's talking about Stormy Daniels and Trump. You know? Is this guy a guy that has the information, or is this guy another case of too much drugs, too much conspiracy theory videos about this?
It's not that he's laughing to the American people. He's embarrassed about Stormy's situation, okay?
So you don't have...
Feminists.
It's like he has a whole theory on the Stormy Trump thing. It's like, you're giving me aluminum foil hat. Like there's a moderate place for conspiracy theory, all right? There's a moderate line, but then there's people way too far that way. Some people way too far that way. You know, you got to find the sweet spot, and the problem is most people don't, and then they act on that shit. This is what he looks like.
Yeah. Just my dog Bubbles. My service dog. Yeah. Davies and
his service dog.
Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Okay, Diddy sent Ross.
Dog Bubbles. My service dog. Yeah. Davies and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross,
yeah.
and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Khaled, Ross, and Diddy, all right? He just put them in the heinous gayness category.
All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Khaled is a Hamas supporter.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay?
Right.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean.
All right, man. Why is this crazy man 5 years ago corroborating something that Cassie's saying in a lawsuit last year?
Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know
That's
this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself
Yeah.
these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule.
The Boule. FDLE Special Agent Interrogation, Jonathan Odie, Trump Doral shooter. Real World Police, original story. Shout out Real World Police. Exclusive footage. He just said Puffy's part of the Boule. For those that don't know what the Boule is basically the black alternative for the Illuminati. So we've put color lines also into the worldwide cabal we've drawn color lines in there too.
The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay. You're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was my
Think of the delusion that these people talk with, right? Listen to what he just said. You know, I'm South African. I'm from South Africa, so I'm not racist. I can't be racist. You know, I was raised like, well, my mom, like, you know, in the house there was an African lady, like, yeah, she was a servant. Like, he don't hear what he's saying, right? They don't hear what they say. They don't understand how it looks and how it sounds, right? We do.
You know, took care of us.
Listen to it.
I was raised. You must the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay. You're my brother, so I like black people. Okay. My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she, you know, took care of me.
Right.
Yeah, of course. There was also slaves like that too. You know, there were slaves that took care of the children, and those children believed that, you know, or garnered a different kind of love for those slaves than they did their own parents. Why? Because those slaves raised them. You know what I mean? Crazy. But how does this crazy guy, raised by the African servant in his home in South Africa, how does this guy even know that Diddy and Cassie are running around letting everybody hit something? You know what I'm saying? How does he know?
So I love black people. Okay. I had settlement with Sean. Okay. Against Donald Trump. Okay, because he used to belong to their side. You understand? He used to belong to that illuminated group that I told you about, which is an elite group, okay, of individuals which run the whole country. All right. Basically, what I did you tell him did you explain to him about the message? Or
Please. Elaborate.
On Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence and I took the American flag, I put it in the front desk, and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse.
All right, so it's looking to me like this interrogation or this guy's obsession is more of a Donald Trump obsession, right? Did he say what he was going to say about Diddy and Cassie already? Is that it? I don't want to sit through it if there's not more about that. You know what I'm saying? But it begs the question, like Chucky's saying in the chat. Exactly. How does he know this? How does he know what's happening in Diddy and Cassie's bed? Huh? That she tells us what's happening in their bed.
From their system of friends. Okay? Donald's still blind because he thinks that he let Hillary.
Forget Donald. I don't give a shit about Donald.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying. Okay, keep going.
The word bear, but he wanted the electoral college vote.
Right.
Okay, electoral college.
They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminated.
All right, Illuminati. I've heard it all.
They caught
the Bushes.
Okay. All right. I'm not crazy.
And here's what's crazy, that out of this whole thing, if that one line is the line he said about Diddy and Cassie, boy, that's a hell of a line, huh? That's a hell of a line. If it's one little tiny paragraph that he says about Diddy and Cassie, it's a hell of a big one, boy. It was nothing then. It was simply just rumor and bullshit. A line that fell out the mouth of a crazy man. Today, the whole world gonna hang off of these little lines that come out of this crazy shit like this.
They have the picture of Donald Trump. But they also had the Twin Tower, basically with
Here we go.
Garagos and Ben Mercedes.
He's already mentioning Mark Garagos. That's Diddy's former attorney. Here we go. Okay, so that was a preview what we saw back there. Now we're gonna get into
is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
Here we go.
Your mind is already predisposed at this happening. So it's kind of like a hidden
in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know
That's
this?
what we want to know. How you know this, meathead?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay. You're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Sure.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why he's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes.
Okay.
Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay. When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything, okay?
What?
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes.
Bruh, I believe Buddy. Wholeheartedly. I believe him. To me, that dude ain't lying right there, dog. All that other mumbo jumbo was him talking about what other people were doing. Trump is doing this. He's embarrassed over that. With this, he's like, I did this. I was this. They considered me this. These are the people that it came about with. These are the number of encounters that we had. And this is what happened. I believe this motherfucker, boy. I believe this motherfucker. Yeah. Chucky Chico said maybe they try to make him crazy like Martin Lawrence and Dave Chappelle. There's always a little truth in the lies, man. All the time. All the time. Damn, boy. Hold on. I believe Buddy. In case you missed that, Odie just claimed that he was an ex-slave for Puff Daddy and Cassie Ventura, and that Combs would trying to find the right YouTube word, y'all. Whatever. While telling Odie what to do with Cassie, as he, Puff Daddy, would conduct business by the phone. I believe, Buddy, this is no different than what she was saying. You know, he probably got a dude like him tied up somewhere in every state, in every country. You know what I mean? He's everywhere.
And I came back and I sued him for the herpes and wore sex slave on the phone business. Because what did they? I had Sean. Basically, I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did. Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
Gotcha.
It's possible, I'm not sure.
He said, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes family, Ben Mercedes, that works with Mark Garagos. Mark Garagos used to be Michael Jackson's attorney.
Yeah, out in Los Angeles.
Yeah. He had Yeah, he drugged Michael and they OD'd him, okay? He didn't overdose. They OD'd him because they keep the royalties of the music. Michael alone made $860 million alone last year, okay, in 2017, which who keeps that royalty? The music companies. Who represents the media and entertainment in the United States? Most of them, Mercedes does. Kenny Mercedes, which is Groomer Mercedes Shire out of New York. Okay? So what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him.
Okay. We're back to Trump. We got what we needed out of that conversation. Right? That's crazy. It you know, what he said about Cassie and Diddy gives credence to everything else he's talking about. Instead of the other way around where that craziness should make that look bad, nah. That's making this craziness have a little bit more, you know, oomph to it. Because but you see, the moment he was done with Diddy, the moment he was done with Cassie, with the part, he sat his ass back. Once he got back into the Trump shit, he sat back.
Okay, because they know he is very alpha. Okay, very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame him in certain ways. Okay. They've been promoting a hate in New York. Okay, so what they've been doing is they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him. Okay, because they know he is very alpha, okay, very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame him in certain ways with Stormy, with other people, because they want him out of the government, okay? But it ain't happening because it's too smart for them. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying to, right?
Don is intelligent. We have a similar type of intelligence and overview of things. The only thing is he's not seeing that Hillary is a distant cousin of his and Obama have a different plan for him. Do you understand? No offense with Obama. I love each and every American, but he was part of that 9/11 agenda. He's a CIA agent, an ex-CIA agent. That's why there's so much identity issues with.
All right, here's what I've noticed though. That the I, me, I did this, I did that, that shit's over. You know? That's over. When he sat back, he was done with all of that shit. He sat up to tell them, listen, I did this, I was that.
Obama, who knows his real name? They say he was born in Indonesia and he's also born in Hawaii. Nobody knows. Why? Because he's an ex-CIA agent. Okay. Basically, Osama bin Laden never existed. It was a creation of the CIA, and it was Obama in a cave talking shit and looking like an Arab. And then
he's gone back into all of that. This right here, I believe though. This right here, that fool sat up and said, listen, I did this, that, and the other.
Basically, what I did that for is Thursday, turning to Friday, basically, I went to Donald Trump. I went through the gates. I took I jumped the fence and I took the American flag and I put it in the front desk and I blew the chandelier. Basically, what I did that for is to transmit a statement to the American people and to Donald Trump that we're not accepting any more corruption and abuse from their system of friends. Okay? Donald's still blind because
I did that. Right? He sat up and told them Thursday to Friday, I did that at the Trump because Donald Trump did this, right? And now he's going to sit his ass back.
Thinks that he let Hillary off the hook and she's okay. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm trying, okay. Keep going.
It ain't like that. The CIA and then they want to do the same thing that he did to JFK, okay?
All right.
Why? Because they want the United States to fall. they've already been creating a state of chaos and confusion in the United States, and they want the United States to fall. Dharma was against their agenda and won the presidency, okay? He did get help from Russia. He did get help from the Saudis. He also got help from a lot of Republicans in here, which is the electoral college vote. And he got a lot of support from Republican people, okay? The elections, yeah, they weren't fair, but he wanted the electoral college vote.
Right.
Which is the Republican vote, basically. He got him through, okay? He didn't get the popular vote, okay?
Right. I hear you.
So basically, the interior, he made it. He's president-elect by the electoral college.
See, when it's he's laid back. When it's conspiracy theory, he's laid back. When it's, whatever's going on. But when it's me, I did it, he sits forward, gets in their face.
So he made it. The situation is that he still hasn't kicked out the corruption from the system. He's letting them stay due to money, basically. Because they all like making money. That's why they're all billionaires, etc. So there's only there's select few that run the country, okay? So, I know you may or may not, I know you're gonna believe me. You have what's called the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
Okay. Yeah, Illuminati. Okay. They've made it in dance. Basically, what it means, illuminated.
I got you.
Okay. They do satanic ritual abuse, which is basically CIA mind programming techniques to their own family, kids, etc. They're on the group, and they bond that way. Okay, so they do sexual pedophilia. They do everything in the Bohemian Grove. George Senior and George, both of them are in the same agenda.
Okay, he's conspiracy theored out.
So is Donald Trump. He's also a distant cousin.
Okay.
Bonded between family ties, okay?
Gotcha.
All these family ties wound up, go back to the same place. The royal family in England. Okay?
We've heard all this.
Descendants of the royal British family.
We heard all this. We could have watched the same YouTube videos that Buddy watched, right?
They have children between themselves. They have that issue. You understand? They want like superiority of the race. They see it that way, but it backfires on them because it makes them simple-minded.
We heard all this.
Small, and they have an agenda.
They.
I'm not familiar with it, so help me understand. Gotcha.
It's called mental pre-programming. That means that you predispose already. Once you play this, your mind is already predisposed at this happening, and you accepting it. Okay? So they have a picture of Donald dead in that game.
Oh.
They also have a hidden agenda, which actually don't see it, we so busy with homes.
Here we go. Now we get to Puffy.
Yeah, in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How do you know this?
Do you know Sean Combs?
Now he sits up.
Puff Daddy?
Yeah.
P. Diddy, whatever you call himself these days. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he's part of what's called the Boule. The Boule is a branch of the Illuminati.
Okay.
It's the black people. Okay. I'm from Africa, so I'm not a racist. Okay, you're my brother, so I like black people.
Okay.
My mom, I was raised by an African woman in my house. Okay. She was just a servant, but she was she took care of me.
Right.
So I love black people.
Okay.
I had settlement with Sean. Okay. And he belongs to that agenda. That's why
I have a settlement with Sean, and he belongs to that agenda.
He's so famous. They land all the contracts. It's these attorneys, which are Mark Garagos and Ben Mercedes. Ben Mercedes worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for 4 years and worked for Hillary Rodman for 5. Okay? When I take Sean the threat of death on me, okay? I don't have it, but I can make it available under secrecy. That means that I wouldn't be liable because I don't want to be getting framed for anything. Okay.
Sid's forward about to tell them what he did. Right before that, this was all proper. This was all conspiracy theories and just vague shit that, you know, the Illuminati and Bohemian Grove and the Bushes and blah blah blah. Right, same shit we've been hearing for 20 years. Then he sat up and said, "This is what I did for Diddy and Cassie."
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave. Okay, for them that's what I was. That's all. All right. I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But they did. Mark Eros and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy.
So he's saying there's a video. He took a video, he turned it over, they gave it back. He says he threw everything out, but he might could get it. He might could get his hands on it.
Gotcha. It's possible. I'm not sure. Now, how does this lead towards Donald Trump?
Okay.
The Mercedes family.
So now he goes back to all of that. So let me skim over here. Let me pause this.
Has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist.
Okay, people
like if I was extorting Sean for money.
Okay, it's Sean, we back to Sean.
Yep, and therefore. Okay.
Now tell me though how all of that led up to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Well, I've been trying. My settlement put me in a box. Basically, I couldn't talk because I was going to be sued. So I let it be, but they've been following me, and they've had Mark Garrett has had the FBI on me. Has had other agencies looking at me and spying on me, okay, because they want to set me up as an extortionist. Like if I was extorting Sean for money. It's wrong. Basically what happened is Diddy and Ross, which they're good buddies, okay, they're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay. Okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay.
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter. Okay.
Right.
Basically, he's Arab, Palestinian. Okay. The Ciroc agenda. Okay, is basically binge drinking poured out on a youth. They promote binge drinking and drugs.
Gotcha.
The hip-hop agenda was laid out by Obama during his last presidencies.
Okay, so here we go again with conspiracy theories about an agenda in hip-hop. If there was an agenda in hip-hop, it started a long time ago.
Purposely. That's why they had Tupac killed, because when they kill them, you gain fame. When your record sales go up, and then people listen to your lyrics and everything, and then you become famous, okay? That's how they do it, all right?
Everything is they. The only things he said he's done, we've seen on tape. We've seen him shoot it out with the cops in front of the Trump Tower, and we also we have corroboration from Cassie on what was happening behind closed doors at Diddy's.
Tupac's still alive.
Yeah.
Tupac's still alive, according to this guy. See, now here we go. Is this killing the credibility of that? Or is he just repeating all of the conspiracy theories that we hear over the internet?
He's in Cuba.
Oh, he's in Cuba.
Basically, what happened is the following.
To any of my Cubans out there, man, there's some from Cuba that I got to talk to. If y'all have seen Tupac, y'all let me know, man.
The hip hop agenda is an agenda.
All right, maybe my body language expertise is shit because he's sitting forward again talking about the hip hop agenda. Let's see what he know about it.
Move drugs all over the United States. They move. You need to involve the DEA. They move all the dope. Okay, all the dope on private jets, which don't get screened by
customs,
by the inside the United States. Okay, they move what's called high grade powder MDMA. They move cocaine and they move liquid cocaine in their bottles too. Okay, so they put the liquid cocaine in the bottles and they move it. I've seen the liquid cocaine. I've drank it myself, having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay, it's not good. He drinks it all the time. Alright, he calls it G-juice, but it's liquid cocaine.
See, but he act like they're running around with 100 keys or 100,000 bottles of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're dope heads. They're running around getting lit themselves on airplanes, having the amazing time. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Now, the interesting part is forget the smuggling, because that to me that's not smuggling. It doesn't seem like it's with the intent to sell. You know what I'm saying? The way he talks about it. The shit is, what was the filth that was going on?
All right. How do I know there's a conspiracy against Trump? Because it's in the Illuminati card deck. He should look at it for himself.
But let me bring it back to Thursday night, Friday morning.
Sure.
I mean, how did all of this? I think I better understand what you're saying. But what I want to know is, how did that prompt you? How did that make you do what you did that night?
Well, we're getting to a point that his assassination is coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's an agenda they're perpetrating on the media and the news. Example, Madonna is a client of Mercedes, Ben Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
He has her going.
He's going off on tangents. Hold on, I didn't even know I could move this shit. What? He's going off on tangents over here.
Oh, someone should. I thought so many times of going up and blowing up the White House.
Gotcha.
Okay, they gave her that little message. That little message is Hillary's message. Okay, because Hillary sends it to Garagos, and Garagos gives it to Mercedes, and they give it to
Gotcha.
the dog. Okay, now
I get all of that.
you're gonna need an internet so I can show you. If I show you the website, you just.
So he's just conspiracy theories about how Hillary Clinton was sending messages to Mark Garagos, who was formerly Diddy's attorney. So far, the only thing that I feel like is concrete here is that, yes, he did shoot up the lobby of the Trump, and somehow he knew what Cassie knows 5 years later, right here at the beginning of this film.
Like, oh, fuck.
All right. Help me understand you.
Sure.
How old are you? How?
Times.
I need to know his family.
Well, when I say premeditated, it means that I went and did it by myself, that's all.
What you did? You didn't talk to him before?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
He knows nothing. He was actually worried about me. He's like, hey, what's up? And I told him,
Okay, all right.
Roommate.
they spy you through your computer, through your iPhone. I worked, I took a break off during the summer, I did my research. I took care of my dad, he had died. Oh, which is the same school, chips. You know what?
All right, that seems to be it.
Talk, and I would like
That seems to be it as far as the Diddy talk. And for some reason, I believe it. I believe it. How would he know what she was gonna say 5 years later? She said it just like that. You know, he said he had 15 encounters. He said he was back and forth with them. He was able to hear many a conversation. He was able to hear many of agenda back there. And then he goes back to all this other conspiracy shit, you know. But when it comes to him vouching for himself and what he did himself, who wants to go admit that they were a sex slave for Diddy and Cassie? He did that. So, you know, I kind of feel Gene Deal when he says, hey, man, that's more damning evidence. But not for the sake of, yeah, I get it. They'll pop him for trafficking even a bottle's worth of liquid whatever or a baggie's worth of powder whatever. You know, yeah, you get in trouble for that. You're not supposed to be flying with that, right? But it's not like they got, 150 bricks in the bathroom, of the airplane and they're flying it there. It's not what he's talking about. But he is talking about being an ex-slave to Cassie and Diddy. And the way he says it, she sounds very complacent in it. He didn't say her and I were used as slaves. He said he was used as a slave. So you take from that what you want. Shout out HS. He said Pac's still alive. Buddy done cracked the code, bro. Pac is still alive. All right. Pac is still alive. So that's the Jonathan Odie interview. I believe that's a troubled dude with a lot of macaroni in his head. His shit is scrambled, his eggs are scrambled. But he knows what he did, who he is, and he said himself, I did this with her and him, and she said the same. So I don't know how that ain't gonna come to the light eventually. I do want to look and see if we got any information on where this guy is now. I just want to see if there's any information on where Buddy is now. Let me see. Former Miami stripper who broke into Trump National Doral Resort where he caused a scene by ranting about President Trump. He was a stripper and horn actor who loved Melania Trump. I want to know where he's at now, though. Like, is he still alive? Where is he now? Let me see, 2024. Doesn't say where he is. Doesn't say where he is, but I did see where is Jonathan Odie. And that was in January. That was a question that this blogger, Tisha Tells, asked in January. Where is he? Update, innocent. Shondan Combs, update, innocent. Jonathan Odie. Again, you got to watch out where you get your information. So I don't see nothing new about where he is in 2024. Where is Jonathan Odie now? Nope, no news on that. No news on that. I'm kind of interested in what Tisha Tells has to say about it, but it's an extremely long video. Let me take a look real quick.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jonathan Odie, everybody is wondering where the bejesus, where actually are you? Now, I know when I last left you guys, there was a little something going on, There was a deletion hoax that had Jonathan Odie's name. I know a lot of people wanted to jump in and be like, you guys, everybody calm down. He has a court date. He has to be alive. To which everybody that had literally got, again, what? It doesn't make any sense. Turns out that the police chief and a lot of the police officers, some rumored somewhere between 13 and 16 of the officers were clients of Jonathan Odie, just like Diddy was a client. A client of what? Well, he worked for the Dancing Bear. The Dancing Bear was a they were P stars that
horn stars
also were you could rent them out as escorts. The police chief and police officers of that same place were Jonathan Odie's customers. Now, here's the story of what happened, okay?
How do we know that, though? Where did that come from? What? There's the article on that.
He is officially missing, okay? So the thing is with Jonathan Odie, everybody said he was a super nice guy, super sweet guy. He used to be married to a lawyer, okay? at one time, okay, he had negative 1,800 net worth. He was overdrawn in his bank by 1,800.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where all that information comes from, and we like to deal with as much of the facts as possible, and I don't see nothing else, no other story that says that Buddy had a scandal with the cops and the cops were also his clients or whatever. Is it possible? Yes. Have we seen full-on police stations be implicated in things? Absolutely. You know what I mean? We have seen that. Salutes to Miguel Lopez on the check-in. Salutes to you. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for hanging out. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. All right. I don't know where Jonathan Odie is. If anybody finds any information, make sure you let us know and drop it in the Discord. I'm going to drop the Discord link in the chat. Wow. I'm going to edit the title of this live so people know what we're talking about. I was an ex Lave for Diddy and Cassie. He didn't say for Diddy. He said for Diddy and Cassie. That's what he said. That's exactly what he said. Let me save this. Boom. Done deal. Again, salute to y'all. Please hit the like button. We're hanging out. We're chilling. Appreciate you guys being here. We just went through Jonathan Odie, a guy who claims to be a ex-slave for Diddy and Cassie. And, frankly, I believe Buddy. I believe him. All right, let's see what else we got here. I believe him. Let's see if there's any other Diddy stuff that we missed out on. Let's get caught up. All right, we saw him outside with Wes, whatever his face is, and let's see. Gene Deal said Diddy's this guy said Gene Deal saying the feds allowed him to commit crimes. All right, Gene Deal back on the Art of Dialogue says that Diddy's status as a confidential informant and says feds allowed him to commit crimes. All right? All right? Diddy's status as a confidential informant and says feds allow him to commit crimes.
Crazy, man. So I want to backtrack, right? I want to backtrack to a comment you made earlier about Diddy and how, over the years he's been having all these run-ins with the police. Do you think the feds took notice of that? And they, at this point, they like, yo, we're going to crack down on Diddy?
What happens is that the police will bring in a CI and will use him like she was a $3 hoe. That's a confidential informant. They'll let you do crimes, long as you don't do no murders and stuff like that. They'll let you go around and pay you. When I was in law enforcement, dog, they paid confidential informants $250 for revolvers.
Bruh.
$500 for automatic weapons. $750 to $1,500 for semi-automatic guns and rifles and machine guns and shit like that.
Remember, what were they giving Saul per brick he turned over to them? A stack or more, something like that?
Some confidential informants got payment like that. And plus, they get 8% of a case. 8% of a case. So if they bring in about, just say, they bring in a case $100,000. That's 8,000. What's that? What's that? $8,000. That's 8,000. They bring in $1 million case. $1 million case. That person is getting $80,000. I mean, like $80,000 on it. I think if you're talking about 8%. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that to say this. Confidential informants get paid good.
We learned that quickly when we saw the long list of money that Saul made in like a year or two. Crazy amount of money.
But Puff was a millionaire. Him being a confidential informant, him getting money like that, it was favors. He been getting favors and been paying law enforcement people for years to protect him. You understand? To protect him. We had a lot of people on the payroll when we was doing security. Everybody had, somebody might have this first 10 hours, that 10 hours, or whatever. He was paying law enforcement. He had a budget for law enforcement. Now, if something goes wrong, those people got friends in certain places. Then plus he tells his handler, yo, can you make this go away for me?
And if you can't, well, then what am I paying you for?
I'll give you this and that. Now, that could be a lot of speculations or whatever like that. But why would you have or be working for a FBI agent if you're not an informant?
Right.
Why? So when you got that kind of money, you could hire people to make a lot of things go away for you. Like you hire lawyers. Those lawyers have police officers and people working for them and investigators. Those investigators were former officers.
Facts.
So all of them in the backyard in Diddy bed together.
So what you think happened if he was an informant? Like what made him turn
in the bed?
Turn on him.
Like I said, some people could retire.
Yep.
His name is too much in the news. Like, listen here, bro. They don't want you to be always in the news in a negative form. There's people that's probably worse than Diddy, but they not always in the news.
I said this yesterday. At some point, they say, why are we going to protect this guy? This guy's hot all the time. He can't keep his mouth shut. He can't keep things quiet. He's always in the news. We can't do the Weinstein. We can't stop. We gotta give them Weinstein. Get Weinstein out of here. All right? We protected him for long enough. He's making us look crazy. Look, get him out of here. Cosby, get him out of here. Throw him too. I'm good. Well, who knows?
In the negative form. And then, like I said before, when he went against one of the world's biggest distributors of alcohol and spirits, they put out a campaign against him. They called their friends. They made him look real bad in the media. And a lot of that shit didn't go away, bro. It just compiled.
Well, on to the next thing.
And now, with Cassie with her stuff, that Jonathan Odie, Lil Rob, and the 4 other people that filed cases. I think he got like 3 to 4 other cases that's filed against him that they trying to work out instead of going into court.
So I can take all these trips because price.
Yeah, man. That's pretty crazy. That dude, he said it from the beginning there. He said Diddy was walking into the feds with Kirk Burroughs, giving them information. Who knows? He could have worn out his welcome there, and they said, get him out of here. Enough. Who knows? Chucky said Gene was the plant, I believe. He was a parole officer or something before, but he was there the whole time. He was planted in Bad Boy. I think if he was, though, wouldn't he have done more to stay there? If he was the plan, I think he would have done more to stay in the mix. He's been bucking since the first, Tupac Biggie documentaries that came out. It was shortly after that he was out of there. So it's possible that he was there for a time as a plan, at the time. But that didn't do them no good for like the last 25 years. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they was in a crew together. Like, they knew each other. So who knows, man? Who knows? All I know is Diddy's ran out of goodwill amongst his famous friends that we can tell. I mean, for all we know, he gets off, or we see an arrest warrant pop up. All I know is Monday is come and gone. Business hours are officially over. And I ain't heard no news. We're going to look into it right now. All right? Boom. Salutes to y'all. Appreciate y'all being here. Hundreds up in the chat for y'all. All right, we're hanging out. We got a small audience today, but it's all good. It's always a good audience. I'd rather have my small audience than a million trolls. All right? Check this out. Let's see what else we got here. That's live. See if there's any more news here. I also seen Gene Deal. There was a video saying that Puffy was a punk for leaving his kids like that. For knowing that he was gonna get raided, leaving his kids at the spot. Let's see if we got anything else. Let's do today. Reggie Wright, what's next for Diddy? They got tapes. Party attendees are deleting social posts. All right, what's his face? What's this dude's name, man? End the sentence. 1090 Jake dropped a video 4 hours ago. Diddy, the freakiest case in hip-hop. Diddy investigation expands as J-Lo implicated. Yeah, looks like they implicated Jenny from the block. All these years later, she's salty. Ben Affleck at the crib like, what are you doing? Told you, stop it. Kid Leroy, let me see. So that's it. That's all we got there. Let's see what Reggie Wright got to say before we move on to the next thing.
Okay. After the Diddy raids happened and your stuff went viral for predicting that or speaking on that before it happened, logically the next question I would have for you is, what do you think is next for him after the whole situation with the raids?
Yeah, I find it funny that people be like saying, oh, he the popo, of course they know. So y'all think Homeland Security, U.S. attorneys, DAs in New York going to celebrate something or tell something to a cop, an ex-crooked, alleged, according to y'all, cop from Compton, California, what their every move going to be?
That's what they saying.
Like I said,
they saying that Reggie Wright got word from Homeland Security that it was going down. See, that's what we're dealing with on the internet. All he did was use his better judgment to say, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. It worked. He used his experience and his judgment, and it worked, right? And then when it worked, people that don't use those things and don't, they got to say, somebody told you that was happening. You knew. This is what we're dealing with on the internet. It is what it is. There's more of them than us.
I just speak from common sense.
Common sense, easy.
Knowing things, knowing how shit works. But it's funny to me. That's what everybody that want to hate on Red be like, oh, yeah, he was the popo. I ain't been a motherfucking popo for 30 years. Police hate me more than he hates y'all because of the people I've been around.
Facts.
And the things that I have done. Y'all see how that white cop was talking and all of that? That's how they think. You don't supposed to be. You know, they believe birds of the feather flop together and all of that. You walk like a duck, you crack like a duck, you're a duck, you know? They believe all those terms and all of that. So they ain't going to share anything with Reggie Wright Jr., especially on an investigation like that. So let's stop that. Let's stop that comments right now. But today, I'm telling y'all, what's happening right now after these words is niggas are shitting like crazy right now. People are going worry. Every time they door knock on the phone ring, is that the police? Are they coming?
Who though? Who? All right, y'all give me y'all list of people in the chat that y'all think they coming for. All right, who's on this long list? Who's on the Diddy list? Chucky said he got busted sending weed. He was a dirty cop. Yeah, on many levels. All right, we can't never call him a cop. We call him the head of security for Death Row Records. You know, that's what he was.
They call it. They want me to come because you're gonna have two type of people that's the law enforcement gonna be contacting now. They were gonna be contacting victims, meaning some of the men that laying up there with their wives and acting like they're gonna be getting contact. Some of them done did some heterosexual stuff. Some of them done did some gay stuff. But they're going to be getting contact. But more importantly, who's going to be getting contact? It's victims. As well, I talked about the victims. It's suspects. People that were doing shit with him at the Diddy parties. And so, man, there's only one person that I'm worried about.
Who that?
That's been bragging about and used to brag about going to Diddy parties.
Say that shit.
That I hope they don't contact him in the month of... Well, I hope they never contact him. But definitely not from April and May. And hopefully we make it to June. I hope like hell they don't contact him because y'all know I'm a major Laker fan.
Oh, no.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Oh, no. It's y'all's GOAT. Y'all's GOAT, LeBron. Y'all's GOAT, LeBron.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Oh, no. Hold on, let me turn off this. No.
Man, y'all know I am.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
But people like this, they're going to start erasing stuff like this, so y'all better get them, tag them, save them. Because look what my boy LBJ23 said. Damn, bomb first. People like that, and y'all, I love that nigga as a basketball player.
We saw Mahomes was hiding their shit, so everybody that been to a Diddy party hiding their invite.
Right after MJ and Kobe. Kobe, y'all know, is my favorite. Shaq is my second favorite. And then, of course, LeBron. And I hope like hell they don't contact people like that. But trust me, it's a lot of people like that.
Shout out to Mal Diamond Hands. What about DJ Khaled? I'm assuming you're talking about DJ Khaled? Yeah, I mean, that guy that we just listened to the interview of, Jonathan Odie, he implicated Khaled too, but he could be on that list. Absolutely. Jamie Foxx. Chucky said Jamie Foxx could be on that list. I mean, there was strange circumstances, or people say there were strange circumstances in what happened with Jamie Foxx, you know? Who knows if Jamie Foxx didn't have the same kind of I'll be sure situation, you know? But yeah, those guys could definitely be on that list.
That's going to be that shitting bricks right now. Y'all watch?
Yep. How's this right here?
Yep.
Relax.
See this body right here?
Hold on, wait. It's a hand right there. Hold on.
What?
Stand by. The next few months going to be real interesting because they going through these tapes. They going through them, and they got some tapes. They got some tapes. People that was on no planes, y'all hear that? How they subpoenaed everybody that ever flew on the plane with Puffy.
All right.
Where'd they go?
So we saw them moving that plane around up and down Cali that night. The night before he got raided. So were they, were they cleaning house? Or were they collecting everything, get it to one spot? Who knows?
Who was all on that plane with him? That's what's about to happen, y'all. Ain't shit happening. Ain't nothing gonna happen real soon. It's gonna be a major investigation going down for the next 3 or 4 months. But y'all gonna learn a lot about some of y'all heroes. Y'all gonna learn about a lot of y'all.
Good. If everybody's heroes is out there creating victims, then go get them. Go get them. Miguel Lopez says Kanye, he has an S addiction. Yeah, but he kind of keeps it at the crib, huh? He kind of got his little, his super freak, and she gets their super freaks. But again, who knows? 5 years from now, we'll be having the same conversation about him and his girl. What's her name? Bianca, whatever her name is. Who knows? I don't see him. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm Chicago biased, but I don't see Kanye falling for that shit. Awaken said, when people are linked in the industry for so long, then stuff like this happens. It's a little suspect. Is it all staged? I mean, when people are linked in the industry for so long and then stuff like this happens, it's a little suspect. Is it all staged? If somebody suffers a consequence of it, then it's definitely not staged. Miguel Lopez says he probably attended the parties. I'm sure he did. Oh, yeah, definitely he did. I just don't know if he's a miscreant like that. I don't think it's a morality thing with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a morality thing with Kanye. I think it's for him, his addiction it's about him and his narcissism is something crazier than, what would be his morality play. Now with these guys, there's morality in question. Okay, beat all the freak you want, but are you creating victims? And I don't think that Kanye would be out there creating victims. But then again, we don't know that. Because there's somebody somewhere that believes Diddy wouldn't be out there creating victims like that. We see what the hell is happening. And is it real or is it not real? We shall see. But if it's staged, how could it be staged if somebody gonna suffer the consequence of it, Somebody.
Heroes. And that was the reason for the raid, y'all. Is to see what he had that he was holding on and over people's heads.
Damn.
And
they probably had no clue until line 90, I believe it was line 90 of that lawsuit where it said he had videos created in his home of his people that didn't know that they were being watched. And that opened up a can of worms, and they said, let's go see who's in there.
It appears from the amount of evidence that was taken out of those homes, he was keeping them. He was keeping his trophies.
I wouldn't believe that his trophies would be in one of his cribs. Like, I just don't know, man. I just don't know. I don't know that Puff would have those videos, those trophies locked in his house. That's the stupidest shit you could do. Like, where he would lock them, I don't know. But I'm sure there's other options than at the crib, especially after Lil Rob and Cassie and Jonathan Odie done said what they said about you. You really would think that dude wouldn't have that shit in the house. It's kind of mind-blowing. Salute Sean Gibson. What's up from Vancouver, Canada? Love your channel. Appreciate you, Sean. Thank you for being here. It's crazy. Shit's getting crazy. It's going to be a long investigation. We'll keep covering it. Again, we don't got many updates right now. That was pretty much it. Let me see if there's anything else that's outstanding here. Nothing really. You know, they're definitely probing into everything, though. They're not just going through physical hard drives and physical drawers and houses and cabinets. They're going through his financial stuff. They're going through the companies that he's, you know, dealing with and you know, in bed with. So let's see what Law and Crime's talking about. It says P. Diddy and Tupac Shakur's murder. P. Diddy and Tupac Shakur's murder. There's some truth to it, detective says. 37 minutes ago from the Law and Crime Network. See what they talking about real quick. I was trying to move on, probably do some cartel talk, but all kind of shit going on here.
Name has come up when it comes to major crimes, even murder. We take a look at the cases that have almost landed Diddy in hot water up until now. Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. Sean Combs is a bit of a chameleon. He's always changing. He's been Puffy, the record producer and founder of Bad Boy Records. Then he morphed into an entrepreneur with his own Sean John clothing line. But Combs' name also came up many, many times in an incident 3 years earlier in 1996 in Las Vegas, thousands of miles from New York, when Tupac Shakur was murdered. Combs wasn't in Vegas that night, but a man who claimed he knew Combs, who then went by Puffy, was. His name was Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. Keefe D. is now charged with ordering Tupac Shakur's murder. Keefe D. told the cops years ago that Combs offered $1 million to anyone willing to kill Tupac Shakur and Death Row Records CEO Suge Knight. It's important to note that Sean Combs has never ever been charged in connection to Tupac Shakur's death, but his name came up many times in the grand jury testimony that led to Keefe D being charged. A witness testified that Keefe D and his nephew...
It was like Keefe D was dying for them to arrest him for this whole Tupac thing. You know what I'm saying? For the last 20 years, it's like Keefe D wanted to go to jail for this.
Orlando Anderson were in charge of the relationship between their gang, the Southside Compton Crips, and Bad Boy Records. Death Row Records was connected to the Bloods. The night that Tupac Shakur was killed, a witness testified that Eric Zip Martin, an associate of Sean Combs, gave Keefe D the gun the night that Tupac was shot. Joining me to discuss Sean Combs...
This fucking guy. Bro, give it up already. Here's the thing. So that Zip was supposedly the same guy that... So, supposedly Diddy had put money on Pac's head. Supposedly, right? And it was never carried out. But then by happenstance... They got into it with him. Orlando and Pac got into it, and they jumped Orlando in the MGM Grand, and they left. And these guys did what they did, and they got at him, right? And then they said, "Well, shit, we got him. Might as well hit up Puff and tell him to run that money." Supposedly, allegedly, by Keefe D. Puff supposedly gave the money to Zip, and Zip never paid Keefe D in the Southside Crips. That Zip pocketed the money, and it was kind of a strange, awkward situation between them, because he was saying he didn't get the money, while the other guy was, you know. Zip said there was no money, and then they see Zip spending money. You know what I'm saying? Zip is deceased now, but that was the word, and that's what Keefe D was saying. So let's see how they put it together. This guy right here is a hip-hop cop, all right? One of the task force, one of the COINTELPRO guys that they put to bother hip-hop. And he's holding on to these two little pieces of whatever's going on up here. But I always see him putting his 2 cents in on these stories. So let's take a look.
His prior history and brushes with the law are two people who know a lot about it. The first is Tim Jansen. He's a former federal prosecutor. And also Derek Parker. He's a retired New York Police Department detective, also the original hip-hop cop and author of the book Notorious COP. So thanks to both of you for coming on. Derek, I'll start with you.
Allegedly.
On this. Is this whole sex trafficking thing, is this the chickens coming home to roost as far as Sean Combs is concerned?
Well, yes, there's a lot of allegations that have come out recently with these civil lawsuits about his involvement with some possible sex trafficking. So that's been very, very in the news, that's been newsworthy lately. So yes, it is something that's being looked into.
And you're in the mix, making sure everybody knows what you got to say.
To that night in 1999, when we had the shooting at the nightclub in Manhattan, you were part of the group of police officers who took Sean Combs into custody. Tell me what happened.
When I got to the Midtown North Precinct, it was a lot of people out, a lot of cops. As soon as I walked in, all the attorneys applauded me. They said, finally, somebody with brains is here. So I had talked to the attorneys and told.
That sounds like some bullshit. Some fanfare. Dude gave himself some props.
Them, listen, I just a lot of cops. As soon as I walked in, all the attorneys applauded me. They said, finally, somebody with brains is here. So I had talked to the attorneys and told them, listen, I just got here. The chief told me I was in charge, but he was a higher rank than I was. And I said, I'm going to try to situate everybody because I knew they had attorneys, so their right to counsel was already there. They couldn't be questioned by us or anyone. So I took Puffy, my partner took J-Lo, and we put them in cars and we took them back to the Midtown South precinct because that was the precinct of occurrence where Club New York was. Now, while I was there, I talked to the detectives that were going to have the case, and the biggest concern was Sean Combs the shooter? Did he have any involvement in this the shooting of a woman in the club, and possibly several other people that might have got injured? Shine was definitely there. He was.
Look at Shine, man. Shine, all grown up. What is he, Prime Minister of Belize now? Salutes to Shine, man. Got 10 years of his life took. You know, you was there to be an artist. You wasn't there to be nobody's security. Shit went left, and nobody had your back after that. You know, so salutes to you. Jonathan said, allegedly. Shout out Ian. Salutes to Ian on the check-in. Salutes Chunk Kicks. What's up, Whoop? Jonathan Pantoja said, Diddy called Keefe D. Diddy called Keefe D called up and asked him if that was us. Right. He did say that. He did say that. Keefe D said that Puffy called and asked him if that was us, if what had happened was because of what he, put into play by putting up that money. Absolutely. I believe TK Kirkland made the connection between Keefe D and some other guy being in connection with Diddy. Yeah, which was Zip, and Zip was Mike Tyson's best friend. Shit. Just one of them guys. Right, salutes to y'all.
Jamal Barrow, that's his name. He was caught with the gun coming out of the club by the uniform officers. He was arrested on the spot, so he was brought to the precinct as well. While we were there at the Midtown South precinct, we were told by the DA's office, because we had to notify them, that Matt McDonough, who was the DA in charge, he didn't want anybody spoken to or questioned until he got there, and then he would deal with the attorneys. And then we took it from there.
To this day, the victim in that case says that Sean Combs is the one who shot her, that it was not Shine who shot her. What is your response to that?
Well, I can only tell you what I remember. I remember that night there was a lot of things going on. There was a lot of police brass around, a lot of detectives. And basically, we had several people that had to be interviewed or spoken to. She was one of them. I do remember something about glass fragments hitting her. Nothing about a bullet hitting her in the face. I mean, I didn't do the overall interview of her because there were several other witnesses, and then I had to deal with Diddy and then J-Lo. So there were the detectives that were in the Midtown South squad. They were pretty much conducting the interviews because that was their precinct. So they were taking over mostly of that. But she had said something about him shooting, but I don't remember totally about Puff had a gun. That's what I don't remember.
Tim, what is your...
What kind of investigator are you, bro? Everything was I don't remember about. The whole reason you're there to be interviewed is to tell them what you know, and you don't remember nothing. All right, you lost your spot.
Feeling on the sex trafficking allegations, because we've had these civil suits that started being filed.
We weren't here for feelings. We were here for facts.
Last year, somewhere around November or so. The first one was by Cassie.
Cassie, how many times, was there ever one time in all of that you weren't the victim? Just one time that you were in cahoots? You were part of the game? Or were you a victim every single time that it went down like that?
And that kind of opened up the floodgates. Others followed, including one by Little Rod, a man claiming he had been sexually assaulted by Sean Combs and even another actor, a really famous actor, Cuba Gooding Jr. Is this all, do you think this investigation stems solely from these allegations, or do you think there's just been this cloud of suspicion around Sean Combs for so long? And then we finally got some court documents that outlined something concrete, and the feds were like, you know what? It's time. We got to move on this guy, because there's always been some smoke.
This is why I stopped.
Listen, regardless, when it all went down, when the Lil Rod lawsuit came and the Cassie lawsuit came, was any of us that are up there in age, that have been around the game since Pac was around, since Biggie was around, did any of us have any doubts in our minds like, oh, there could be some truth to that? Or like, was any of us surprised? I don't think any of us were surprised. Jonathan said that detective is no longer credible. He don't remember nothing, man.
Shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Around.
You know what I'm saying? Were any of us surprised when it went down? We weren't surprised. Why? Because we've been hearing about this vaguely for all of these years. But nobody was surprised. Now, I'd be surprised hearing it from certain other people. But this one wasn't surprising.
I'm puffy, not to, no pun intended, but there's always been something going on with this guy, despite the glitz and the glamour and the Sean John and the white party on Long Island and all of that.
Well, the civil suits give you like a guide map. Before you have these crimes that have occurred and somehow witnesses don't come forward or testimony is lost and there's never enough evidence to prove it. Now you have these civil suits. And if these civil suits would have been settled privately before the lawsuits would have been filed, there may not have been enough information for the feds to get their attention and their...
Period. You hear that? He had to pay her. If he paid her on Monday, he should have paid her on Sunday. Because that's what happened. He negotiated. She was trying to squeeze him. She negotiated. And then he gave himself away. And she called his bluff. She filed the papers. And the next day he was like, all right. I'll give you the money. By then, too late. Genie's out the bottle, buddy. Ian Eslip said the recording of Meek Mills and Diddy was sick. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't believe it. I don't think it has that video, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't exist because nobody can authenticate that. I don't recognize nobody's voice in there, and it's just, But he should have paid her.
But now you have witnesses and you had affidavits.
He should have paid her early because now I don't know if you could put that genie back in the bottle.
And if these civil suits would have been settled privately before the lawsuits would have been filed, there may not have been enough information for the feds to get their attention and to go after them.
Tweet.
But now you have witnesses and you had affidavits. You have people filing civil suits, meaning they're signing affidavits. This is what happened to me. It's probably consistent with what they thought for years. And now they have actual witnesses they can interview. And I think they took that information in those lawsuits and they used that to get the probable cause for the search warrants.
Absolutely.
Because now remember, these witnesses are saying what happened to them. They need to get in there and see if the layout of the house is exactly what they say.
Look at that.
They want to go in there and get any digital video. They want to get confirmation that on these dates, the rooms look like this. They're getting evidence. And it seems like at least the Southern District of New York, a federal judge has authorized probable cause that crimes have been committed and that the crime evidence is going to be found in those locations. Judges don't give search warrants, and these are high-profile cases. And they went in heavy, okay? They were expecting guns, and they didn't know what they expect, but they went in heavy.
With that shit, man. Took the army up in there, man.
With manpower to get the evidence and search.
And it appeared from what TMZ was reporting, they had some exclusive photographs and things like that hard drives Electronic devices were seized. Of course, that would contain evidence. And, there.
All right. No camera there, no camera there. Where is it? Is it right here in this button? Huh? Is it in this bear? In this fan right here? It could be anywhere. A lot of plush animals and shit. But again, he got what? How many kids he got? He got a bunch of kids.
There was some allegations by Little Rod that there were video cameras all over the place, possibly recording people in these sex acts. Like that this was like an Epstein 2.0 situation. Obviously, Sean Combs is saying he didn't do anything wrong. But that's the allegation, Tim.
Well, remember, that's how the Hulk Hogan Bubba the Love Sponge thing blew up. He videotaped Hogan sleeping with his wife. And then I believe he leaked the tape.
Important thing is, not only do they have, I mean, it'd be great if they could find the videos, which I doubt, but if they can find the recording devices in each room, that would be consistent and that would corroborate the information from their witnesses. If they can show that there's cameras in
That's
each...
what dude's talking about. Show us that the bathroom was in this position of the house and you were over here, and this is, same thing with the studio where they said the shooting of G happened. Show us that you know what you're talking about in this place, corroborate that evidence.
Room. That would help their case in bringing charges against, and it would give the credibility of the witnesses who filed these civil suits. There's an allegation that he gets these wealthy people in the rooms, they engage in either drugs or sex, pedophilic acts, and then they have them recorded, and then they blackmail them. That's what the allegation, that's what the rumor is. I don't know if it's true, but if they can find recording devices in each room, that would go a long way to giving some corroboration to these witnesses.
Just the camera, that's all they need, just the camera.
Do you ultimately see with all...
Shorty, get your ass out of there.
All of this hoopla, surrounding the execution of these warrants, Tim, do you see a charge coming? Obviously, they went in there looking for evidence to corroborate the allegations. You have to have evidence. You can't just have somebody's word. So do we just wait and see what comes of the search warrant, or do you see them eventually filing some type of charge? And what would the timeline be for that?
Well, they're not going to go against Sean Combs, who's got plenty of money to have really good lawyers. They're not going to rush to a charge. The feds don't have to rush to a charge. They have the ability to pick and choose who they charge, what they charge. Homeland Security does most of the sex trafficking. So if they can prove, there's some elements they have to prove, that a minor was being shipped there or transported there for the sole purposes of engaging in sexual activity, and that Sean Combs in some way furthered that act to occur.
And that's it, right there. That's the crux of it all. It's the underage girl or boys. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the freak shit they're doing, if it's not illegal, then it is what it is, But that's the one right there. They get one of those, just one. The whole house of cards comes crumbling down as far as I'm concerned.
Or did he benefit in some way? Did he blackmail people for it to occur? Did he gain financial benefit from it? There's a whole list of charges that can be filed. They arrested a small, I guess they call him his mule, his drug mule, 25-year-old. They arrested him on the scene with drugs. So you can rest assured that they are meeting with him, trying to get him to flip and cooperate.
And ese tiene cara de flipper. I'm sure they can't threaten him with too much before he says, man, hey, this was what went down. This is what's happening.
Sure that they are meeting with him, trying to get him to flip and cooperate.
The world can be an incredibly scary place. There are predators everywhere. There was an arrest in Tupac Shakur's murder. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, this is a case I've covered really extensively. Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was arrested and charged in Las Vegas for ordering the murder of Tupac Shakur and ordering his nephew, Orlando Anderson, to shoot and kill Tupac Shakur. And, Suge Knight was driving the car, so, possibly killing both of them. And there's always been this talk, Derek, that by Keefe D. and others, that Sean Combs wanted Tupac and Suge dead. It was part of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, and that Sean Combs possibly was offering as much as $1 million for some.
And let's just say he did all of this. Let's just say he's guilty, right? if he's guilty, was he doing this kind of shit back then, before megastardom? Back when he started with Biggie, was he on the same shit? You know, or would Biggie be shocked at this shit right now if he was alive? Like, I don't know.
Somebody to take them out. You kind of looked into this, so tell us what your feelings are on Keefe D's claims.
Well, I was out in Las Vegas when this after the homicide. Occurred.
Shout out Jonathan. He says supposedly the feds turned off the cameras before they got on his street, so whoever inside can't mess with any hard drives or see them roll up. But Doodle probably sing like Mariah Carey. Yeah, they didn't catch him in the house though. They caught him at the airport. But yeah, and even if they cut off the cameras and do all of that, you know, did they kind of know they were coming? Did they know something? Ian said that dude is definitely gonna flip. Look at him. The mule's bond was low though, but who knows once they got him alone, and who knows in the future? They probably didn't even interrogate him yet. They're probably gonna reach out to interview him, and then it's on him if he want to talk to them or not. Definitely had a low bail. He was out that same day.
Working with the Las Vegas PD on that investigation. For what I remember.
Let's see what he remembers, because he was on that investigation. Let's see.
As $1 million for somebody to take them out. You kind of looked into this, so tell us what your feelings are on Keefe D's claims.
Well, I was out in Las Vegas when this after the homicide occurred. I was working with the Las Vegas PD on that investigation. For what I remember, what I know is that I know that there was the East Coast West Coast rift, because I had to explain to the hierarchy here in New York about the Bad Boy with Bad Boy versus Death Row, about how this whole thing started. What happens is that Orlando Anderson went out and he was in the car with 3 other people. All those 3 people are dead that were in the car with him. Right. So none of them were around. Keefe D was the only guy that was left, and he wasn't supposedly the actual shooter. He was in the car. So he gave up information incriminating himself on Vlad TV and other social media outposts, where he was saying that he was there, he knew about the car, he knew about the shooting. Now, there was a problem with Puff, or Diddy, Sean Combs, as we say, and Death Row Records with Suge Knight. There was a total beef with them because of the shooting that happened in Atlanta with Jake Robles when he got killed, when one of Puffy's guys killed one of Suge's guys. So that beef stemmed from back then.
Facts.
But there was always this indication that Puffy paid or had money put up with another individual who's dead, named Zip, to provide protection money. Now, the thing with Orlando Anderson happened spontaneously, because that happened at the MGM.
Exactly.
And when they got in the car, Orlando went after them because they had beat him up in the MGM casino in Las Vegas. So that's where that stemmed from. Now, everybody is saying there's a lot of different things about people saying, well, there was money paid for this, money paid for that. There was an allegation that money was put up for protection money. And the protection money might have included maybe the possible assassination of Suge or Tupac. So that's still up in the air. Nobody could really corroborate that. It's been said, but it's still out there in the case.
The thing that's interesting about this is that Keefe D claims that Zip Martin, who was friendly with Sean Combs, gave him the gun to kill Tupac and Suge. So obviously it is still up in the air, but Sean Combs' name came up quite.
But come on, they gave you the gun, but is that the gun you used? If this was something that just happened impromptu, you just happen to have that hammer with you the night that you go get Pac, and you say, hey, I used the hammer that he gave me. See, that's a hole to me in Keefe's story. Like, oh, you just happen to have that hammer. The hammer that Zip gave, or unless he gave it to him that night. Okay, that makes sense. If he gave it to him that night, that makes sense. Not when the deal was done, gave it to him that night. All right.
Quite a bit in the grand jury testimony, Derek. There was Reggie Wright, who was the head of security for Death Row Records, talked about Sean Combs a lot and was outlining this East-West rivalry, this East Coast, West Coast thing that was going on. So it's still up in the air. But do you think it was maybe like one of those things where it was all talk? Or do you think that there might be something there?
No, there's some truth to it. You know, listen, I've talked to several. Listen, I was one of the first detectives out there on that.
But do you remember?
On his homicide. And then the case went off, you know, the problem you had in this case was that the Las Vegas PD and the Los Angeles PD and the Inglewood PD were at odds. There was corruption problems out in Los Angeles that stemmed with the Inglewood PD with Reggie Wright and his family. So there wasn't a lot of, I would say, cooperation between the departments. I mean, here it is for me coming out from New York, dealing with two departments was very difficult because, you know, there was a lot of things that were going on back then. But some of the things that were said were probably true. They just can't be corroborated right now. I know Zip very well. I spoke with him. I had him arrested when he came in New York on another case. I had warrants on him. And I had contacted LAPD to come out to talk to him when I had him. And those guys, it was Fred Miller and I think the gentleman who wrote the book Labyrinth, I can't think of his name, Russell Poole. They wouldn't come out. And I had Zip for warrants, and I had processed him through the system.
Are you sick of
Russell Poole? For those that don't know the Russell Poole story, he's another guy that was for many years saying, "Hey, you know, this was a whole set-up situation here." He had a big conspiracy theory on the murder of Biggie and the murder of Pac, and there's movies made about him. Recently, Johnny Depp played him. You know, and when he was finally coming with what people believe was going to be, you know, his last piece of evidence, after losing his job, his family, he lost everything to that case. He went in to give that information up, and he passed away, had a heart attack right there on the table going in for the meeting with the police about what he had. He died right then and there. Very strange circumstance. You know what I mean? There's nothing but strange circumstances about all of this. So many cops that were, you know, compromised in L.A. The fact that they didn't want to work with Vegas. There was just a bunch of information held from other precincts from each other, and it was a disservice to the two men that passed away, to Biggie and Pac. Chucky Chigonsa ended up unalived, right? Yeah, ended up unalived in the police station, coming with his next pitch of evidence. I don't know. It reminds me of the story of the guy that had created an engine that runs on water. He went and had a meeting somewhere. They came out of the restaurant, and his last words were, "They poisoned me," and he fell out. You know, I don't know. It just seems strange that Russell Poole comes in there with his last piece of evidence. It didn't happen on the couch the night before. Didn't happen on the way there. It happened once he was there. It's kind of strange.
And I had Zip for warrants, and I had processed him through the system here in New York, but he would never talk to me. He said he couldn't snitch. He couldn't tell me what was really going on with that. So, and he kept that secret until his death.
Yeah, he died of cancer. So Zip Martin, you knew him. He just wouldn't talk.
That's correct.
So you're saying there's something to this, to the whole Sean Combs
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot to it. It's just it has to be proven. Like, you know, it has to be proven. Zip was like the go-between for everything, and he's not here anymore. So you can't really corroborate what Keefe D is saying, even though it might have some credibility. But everybody in that car, or people that were involved, were dead. I think after the shooting of Tupac and the shooting of Biggie, there were several wars that took place in Los Angeles. Where you had a lot of Crips and Bloods that were getting shot and killed. I don't know if you remember that, but
yeah, the 10-day
after
war.
these deaths, there was a lot of homicides out there.
She said, "Yeah, the 10-day war
that happened as a result of these two gentlemen's deaths."
So Tim, what do you make of that? Derek is saying it has to be proven, but there is something to it, and we've only got Keefe D's word right now about this possible Sean Combs tie to the death of Tupac Shakur. So do you think that's something, because Sean Combs' name came up so often in the grand jury testimony, do you think that is something that they are interested in, the prosecutors in Las Vegas? Because why else are we talking about Sean Combs in the grand jury testimony?
Well, of course, they got a witness in the grand jury. He doesn't have a lawyer in the grand jury, so he's got to answer questions. They're probably trying to get information from him so they can follow leads, called derivative use of it. They're not going to charge Sean Puffy Combs with murder based on Keith E.D. alone.
Right.
They got to have some evidence. And there probably is, right, that there is information and rumor and some pretty good sources that this was a hit, but they can't go forward just by what they think happened. Keith E.D. is not going to be enough to convict Sean Puffy Combs.
I agree.
They need something more than that.
I agree.
As Derek said, most of the people that were involved in that shooting or in that car are all dead now.
All of them.
They're not available to be witnesses. So while they may be looking at it, maybe they want to build a RICO case, because it would maybe tag along with what the allegations are about the violence, sexual violence of black males, and show a history of violence that would make these people afraid, right? Make them afraid of Puffy Diddy, whatever. His name changes so often.
Dude had a whole Puffy fit. Couldn't figure out which name to use.
But if you have a history.
Puffy, yeah, I keep it. This is back in the Tupac era. It was Puffy, and then it was Puff Daddy, I think, and then now we're Diddy, and then I don't know. Sean John, that's the close, right? Okay, yeah. So I try to keep it all
But if he has
straight.
a history, Anjanette, of violence, of going against people, then it makes sense that he would be able to get away with this kind of, if these rumors or allegations are true, it would make sense he would be able to get away from it, or get away with it for so long, because people would be afraid. And if people know that you can get hurt, or, snitches get stitches or worse, then people aren't going to come forward. And that's why the most important thing is to get evidence. And I think that's why the feds are taking so long. Normally, when you execute a search warrant like this on sex trafficking by the feds, they've already got enough to charge somebody.
Hi, everyone. Mark Barden here at Sandy Hook Promise. On December 14th, 2012.
They're just getting everything, just like the icing on top. But they're making sure, because of who the defendant might be, that they have everything they can possibly get, and they might charge him with RICO, build in everything they can build in, so that indictment looks very bad for the defendant.
Yeah, but again, I don't think the Tupac case will be anything that Diddy will ever do a minute of time for.
Or the alternative, they may never charge him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any inside edition. But I think with the fact that they've executed these warrants after these civil suits, and apparently people are talking, I would assume that there's possibly going to be a federal indictment announced.
So is the investigation into Tupac's murder, does that fold into this? Do you guys see that happening? Tim, you first.
I think they could use it as not actual charges, but they can use it as acts, predicate acts in a RICO conspiracy.
I agree.
If they can show that to get a RICO, they want to show this is a criminal organization, ongoing, has been ongoing for years, and this type of violence and crimes started in '96 and continued all the way till 2024, and includes the allegations by the people in these civil suits.
Yep.
Derek, what are your thoughts on that?
I have to agree with him. They're going to look for the predicate acts, and he could correct me if I'm wrong, but
they're going to just roll it all together and say, yeah, Biggie, Cassie, Jonathan Odie, everything, one time.
You can't use a co-conspirator's testimony against another individual. You need an independent witness to corroborate it. Am I right?
Well, you can use a co-conspirator statement. It's not hearsay, because if it's in furtherance of the conspiracy, that's why the feds always charge conspiracy, because statements made by someone else are not hearsay and they can be used. But it's hard to get a conviction just based on co-conspirator hearsay statements. But it has been done.
And just recently, I testified in the Jam Master J trial with the Eastern District. A month ago, they called me in as a witness. And in that case, I wrote in my book who the two perpetrators were, and they were convicted. But the feds brought in pretty much everybody on that case, over 30 witnesses, to testify, and they got a conviction.
Well, they always bring more than less in federal court.
And he definitely called that. He definitely called who did it to Jam Master Jay.
They know how to win in federal court.
Yeah, that's true.
The rules of evidence in federal court are different than state courts. In state courts, they exclude evidence, right? Federal courts, they include it. It's a rules of inclusion. So that's why conspiracy is so damaging to defendants in federal court.
Derek Parker and Tim Jansen, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. We hope you come back.
All right, salute to them. Yeah, he's never going to see a day over there, but they will use it. He'll never see a day for doing anything to Pac, but they will use it against him however the best way is they can. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat. Ian Eslip said, Diddy made a lot of money after Biggie died. Absolutely. Ian said, and the car was stolen out of his garage after they poisoned him, the guy with the water engine. Yeah. I don't know the ins and outs of that case, but that's something to look into. Jonathan said, did you ever hear of the writer for Mercury News who came up on a story, but they made him seem crazy and uncredible? But they made him seem crazy and uncredible. I believe his family left him and he may have unalived himself. No, I never heard that story. Drop me a link in the Discord if you know something about it. And we'll get into it. But yeah, so far nothing. And again, it might be he might have to live. Diddy might have to live holding his breath for the next couple of months while everybody does their investigation, sweep up their dirt and find something, That's the problem when they're looking this closely. It's like he could get popped off for some tax evasion. He could get popped off for something else because they're digging so deep into what's going on. So if they don't find one thing, they're determined to find another. We'll just see what it is. We'll wait to see what it is. All right. I wanted to do the 50 pages, but I think we went longer on this than we anticipated. There was more out there than was anticipated. So tomorrow when I go live, this stream was actually a test. I'm just testing the editing live. Tomorrow when we go live, we're going to start with the 50-page statement from the Flores twins to the United States. We'll start with that tomorrow, and if there's time after that, boom, we'll get into we'll see what's going on with whatever's going on with Diddy. We'll see if 50 and Stevie J fought each other, and that'll be it. Salutes Upper Echelon on the check-in. Hunters up in the chat. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Let me see if there's any more Diddy updates out here. 8 hours ago, let's see. Uncle Luke weighs in. Ex-trafficking investigation. That's more of the same. 3 hours ago, they say Diddy dances, sips wine, and returns to social media after the raids. All right. So yeah, this was a test to see if I want to do more lives, less editing. So if I can figure out how to balance that, that'll be beautiful. All right, here we got Diddy dances, sips wine, and returns to social media after federal raids. He's living a life, man.
Worried about the raids on his Florida and LA mansions, he is not showing it. Wearing an orange towel around his neck, dancing in one photo.
Now, is this public relations, or is this just Diddy living the life he lived last week?
If Diddy's worried about the raids on his Florida and LA mansions, he is not showing it. Wearing an orange towel around his neck, dancing in one photo. In a white t-shirt with a bottle of wine, little Grigio there maybe, shirtless while puffing something, hey, and checking his phone in another. Diddy was spotted over the weekend at his $71 million Star Island double-wide compound for the first time since agents questioned him at a Miami airport. Diddy opted to ignore the elephant in the room as he returned to social media for the first time since those raids, posting these pictures of his...
And who was taking pictures of him out there dancing? What, they got drones and shit?
17-month-old daughter. He captioned the photos, "Happy Easter from Baby Love." Now, one of Diddy's sons, caught up in the chaos last week, appears to have broken his silence. 25-year-old King Combs, who was detained as agents searched Diddy's L.A. home, posted on Snapchat, "Stop with the cap." Translation, quit lying. A possible message directed towards those who have accused
Did see that.
his dad
Got
of
to mention
abuse,
it.
rape, and sex trafficking. Diddy has vehemently denied those claims.
Listen, I will wholeheartedly apologize. Oh, we not playing that. I will wholeheartedly apologize if they find nothing. I'll be like, Diddy, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But if they find any illegality when it comes to underage women or forcing anybody to do anything, it's fuck you, man. You know what I'm saying? Either way, we cover it.
Who rapped about big dollars during his 90s heyday.
Hey, y'all trying to get me clapped. You gotta relax. Hey.
The feds raided. The Daily Mail says he took out...
All right, we got the point, man. He's outside and he's dancing. Let me see if they got new pictures. No new pictures? Nah, man, he's out here getting his party on. That's
Diddy
it.
was spotted over the
He's
weekend
chilling.
at
He's
his
not
$71
worried.
million Star Island double.
Right? This right here, this is an unbothered, unworried. This might be the next thumbnail for this joint, man. Diddy, this is the Diddy don't give a shit thumbnail right here. Diddy don't give a shit. He not worried about what we talking about. Right? Take that. The man having the time of his life right now. Or it's public relations and they said, boy, you better look happy and unworried and unbothered. Either way, they digging into his affairs, so we'll see what happens. All right? Sheesh. That's crazy. Jonathan said, I saw the movie Unalive, Ill the Messenger, based on the CIA and Iran-Contra scandal. There you go. I'll check that out. Ian said, I hope the Flores twins are doing good and their family. Salutes to you, Ian. Jonathan. Ian said, it's crazy. They showed up with the army to raid his home. I think that was all for show. So people watch the news. I know their views are down. I mean, it was Homeland Security, officers with all their toys and all their tanks. When people say defund the police, they don't mean get rid of the police. They mean, take away their toys. There's regular precincts that got tanks and shit like that don't need them. You know what I mean? They just spending bread. But I think they showed up not knowing. I think they terrified of rap, and I think they also know how many. You got to register weapons. How many legal weapons they probably had registered in there. And I'm sure if they know that you got those weapons, I think Myron said that. If they're sure that you got those weapons, they're going to come like that. Just in case anything goes down. You never know when you in the middle of a situation now because you showed up without the tank. You got to bring the tank sometimes, Got to bring the tank. All right, y'all. 100's up in the chat. We about to get out of here. It's been a pleasure. Again, tomorrow we are going to start with the 50-page testimony of the Flores twins or their statement. We're going to start with that. And we'll go, we'll do that first. And then anything after that, we'll pick up on the Diddy story, whatever's next. Again, this was a test to make sure I get more lives done and have to do less editing afterwards. All right. So we're just trying to make it happen. Jonathan said regular suburban police with Lambos and Ferraris. Right. It'd be like that. Like what? What are you doing? How's we go, man? What are we talking about here? And again, salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all spending Monday afternoon with me. Hopefully y'all get some sunshine tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a great evening. If you have yet to go check out other videos on this channel, man, I'd rather you watch something from us than watch something else, man. We need the help, man. So I'm sure we got something good in there that you can figure out on these playlists. All right? Got the Cartel Wise playlist. Got the True Crime playlist. So go watch one of our videos, man. Go watch something you ain't never watched on this channel before, all right? I'm trying to organize everything and get the playlist in more of an organized state. Again, it's one me. I'm trying to make a bunch of things happen, but, sometimes you're running against the wind when you by your lonesome. 50 pages, upper echelon. I'm on that ass tomorrow. No Diddy. 50 pages. What we got here? And the Discord. For those that are not in the Discord, jump in. They get better notifications for our lives and our videos than YouTube does. All right. Shout out and salute Shy Ill. Thank you for another great day of content. Shout out to the chat. Salute to you, Jonathan Pantoja. We appreciate you. We thank you for coming through and hanging out. All right. And I'm going to throw the Ill shot back out there one more time. Val, working on some new designs for that too. Working on getting a designer involved. It's just a lot of things going on, a lot of things to juggle. Again, I want to say salutes to Upper Echelon and his family. Safe travels to them as they go lay our beloved to rest. Salutes to them. And again, I appreciate you guys. Young Jizzle said, diddy diddy bum bum. Chucky said, have you seen the full YouTuber who got kidnapped in Haiti? No, I want to see that though. All right, I'm about to look that up. That'd probably be what we do after the 50 pages tomorrow, all right? I'm looking for that. I don't know. It might be an early stream. Who knows? We'll see. Remember, Upper Echelon said, remember, they sent the SWAT team to arrest Val. All right? All right, let's not underestimate Val, man. She might have needed a SWAT team to come get Val. She's a lot to handle. I'm sure you know this. Salutes to you and salutes to Val, man. But yeah, they sent the tanks and the ARs to go get Val. So, you know. They're not playing no games, dog. They weren't playing with Diddy. And again, it could have been a show. Could have been for the cameras. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, Chucky, I want to check that out. So maybe we pick up on that story. I'm going to look into it right now. Maybe we pick up on that story after the 50 pages tomorrow. I'll keep you guys posted in the Discord and the community post of what time we're going live tomorrow and just play it by ear because that's the way my world moves. You know what I mean? Again, I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being here. It's a blessing to hang out with y'all. We got a lot covered on that Diddy shit. I believe Jonathan Odie. All right? I believe he was a slave for Diddy and Cassie. That's just too coincidental that some guy just comes out with that out the blue. Crash Out saying her dad is a cop. Yeah, they didn't care. They was like, oh, we sending the tanks to get Val. You know? They didn't care. At all, not even a little bit. What do we got here? Did I move all of these? I did. Let's find something to get out of here with. Again, I appreciate you guys. Trying to make everything better. It's just it's a long run, and YouTube don't help. If they helped, a lot of this stuff would be easier, but they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. All right. Chuck Chingon said, cool, I'll be in the Discord tomorrow. Salutes to you, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Great love, Shy. Hasta mañana. Salutes to you, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. I appreciate you, Ian Eslip. Salutes to you, sir. Thank you for checking in. All right, I appreciate you guys. Let me go back to the top of the chat real quick. Shout out Big June, always representing. Jonathan Pantoja, per usual. The usual suspects are in the building. Crash Out. Big June, HS. Also, Jonathan Pantoja, Young Jizzle, Velez 408, 030 North, Aquino, Chucky Chingon, LBC K15, salutes to you. Appreciate you being here. Zoraida, thank you very much for coming through today. Albert Flores, thank you. Pelon, salutes, bro. Joseph Hall, thanks for checking in. Jose Fonseca on the check-in. Appreciate you. He said run back that death penalty. Miguel Lopez, per usual. HS, per usual. Maul Diamond Hands, thanks for checking in. Sean Gibson from Vancouver, Canada. Salutes to you. Ian, thank you, sir. Upper Echelon, we always appreciate you coming through. And I think that's it. All right. Salutes to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button on the way out. It's a free thing. Do that one. I appreciate you guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow. All right. I will be back tomorrow. Again, more lives, less editing. That's what we're trying to get to around here. All right. We'll figure that out. We'll get that popping as soon as possible. All right. Let's find something to get out of here with. You know. You don't. Let's see. Let's go on here.
File with the
We're going to do the end of the day. Let's get out of here with the end of the day, and maybe I'll drop something after that. All right? Y'all have a great night. Be safe. Safe travels. No texting and driving. No drinking and driving. Don't victimize nobody. Stay out of everybody's way and make your own. All right? Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night.
Is that you won. You push yourself to your purpose. You persevere through the slums. Maneuver smooth through the hustle. You careful making your runs. Everyone packing pistols. Stay safely behind your gun. Make sure you got your own back. Them busters run. Don't end up doing long time. Cause busters sung. Looks like loyalty's a thing of the past. And these gangster flicks and rap vids got y'all gas. So when the lead start flying, my guess is that's your ass. Cause death will let no man pass. My circle is small and for the living. The strong and unforgiving. No nonsense. The driven. Each one obsessed with winning. Settle for less is bullshit. I want it all. Take yours, cut it all up and give to the poor. Sit back, watch the fireworks and witness the war. At the day's end, I want more. At the end of the day, when it all goes away, nothing left to see here, nothing else to say. When the cloud goes up, put the playlist on, let the sound go up. For the drama, you ain't got no beef, and I ain't got no time, cause I don't get no sleep, and I don't need help, only I can do me, and I'ma be fine, cause I wasn't born weak, see the world ain't mine, cause I wasn't born meek, but I walk this planet for the things that I seek, God suffering the gun and push my being to the brink, create what wasn't there, bring life to what I think, blow my cloud in the air, keep my consciousness in sync, my instincts well aware, prepared to throw the kitchen sink, keep fighting till it's finished, till the whole shit sink, till I hit rock bottom, bounce back and reach peak. Back in my proper placement, ready for shit I'm facing. Still feeling alive, cause my heart's still racing. My mind's still moving towards the peace I'm chasing. Tomorrow's not promised, so motherfuck patience. At the end of the day, when it all goes away, nothing left to see here, nothing else to say. When the cloud goes up, put the playlist on, let the sound go up. Till the clouds show up, when the cloud come down, put it right back up and fly. Put the cloud back up and fly. Put it right back up and fly. The blunts I roll lift the cloud off my soul and help me understand exactly where I'm supposed to go. Help me make a stand, know what I'm supposed to know. See through the facade, try to let my anger go. Life goes on, another show, another town, some other clowns, some other hoes. But the only thing that matters waiting on me back at home. Legacy building in the midst of menacing villains, murdering children like the killings becoming thrilling. The rush of bloodlust, women, baby, civilians. Land gon' become sand from all the graves that they filling. Bodies in the lake of the shake on the sidewalk. Yellow crime tape, nothing fake, no outline chalk. Just a kid meeting his fate, knowing his time gone. Bleeding out, hearing the screams of his crying grandma. Dying inside, cause she know that a grandchild gone. So there's nothing left to say. At the end of the day, when it all goes away, nothing left to see here, nothing else to say. When the cloud goes up, put the playlist on, let the sound go up. The ticket's still going, the whip is still gassed up, the heat is still loaded. Safety switch off though, cause I don't just hold it. It's all about survival now and nothing here is holy. Every man for himself and the family member he holding. Pick the fruit from the vine and the government said he stole it. See the truth over time that you can unfold it. Your space and time stolen, and no one's seen the omens. Armageddon from heaven, it seems hell is overflowing. Money is an illusion and Lady Liberty hoeing. Somebody offer me paradise, I don't think that I'm going. This is a broken promised land, all of the people choking. They reach for the blood puddle with someone they love soaking. It hurts and the wound's open, I shake but I'm still focused. I wade through these fucking locusts, each wave and just keep holding. War drums banging, the last limbs hanging from the center of the planet where the bomb just landed. The whole shit shattered here, no one understands it here. Mushroom cloud breakthrough, crashing through the atmosphere. Shock on the face of the moon. This universe never had a clue Earth would burn this soon. We the dead flesh